So rough start to this goddamn episode, man. Golly. Look, we are back after some technical difficulties, but the Chicago Bears look to stay focused against the Cleveland Browns after suffering a tough loss against the Green Bay Packers last week. We're going to break down that game a little bit further and then turn the page to the Cleveland Browns and a lot more Chicago Bears talk. All that and a lot more right after this. Fellas. It took us a while to get going, but we are going and give some people some time to get in here. How y'all feeling tonight?
I'm good.
I'm good. I'm feeling good. I'm ready for this game. Let's get to Sunday.
It's an important game, and I'm gonna just start off like this. We ain't talk about this, but I'm gonna just kick it off. I just want to just see where y'all head at. Is this a must win to y'all?
Yeah,
I feel like, yeah.
Me and Wes was actually talking about it for a little bit, but the way that this race to the playoffs right now is looking, we gotta get, in my opinion, 3 out of 4 because if we don't, we kind of betting on teams to lose. You know what I'm saying? And that's the position you really don't want to be in. You know,
That's
like
a good point.
I'd rather be in a position to where we kind of in control of what our own destiny is looking like into going into the playoffs versus hoping for somebody to lose and sneak us in.
And go ahead, Wes.
I was gonna say it's a must win because this is probably gonna be the easiest one out of the 4.
That's
And I'm not
also
saying the Browns is gonna be easy. I don't want to say that at all either. But with everybody else coming up, like I mean, easy in the sense of the next 3 teams all have the same aspirations we got. Like the Browns is on the outside, basically. I mean, I know probably mathematically they're not out technically because like you just said, mixed it. Some people can lose and then they could, you know what I'm saying, kind of vault up or whatever can happen. But for us, this is the team that, I think we got the least amount of pressure. So we're going to have to make them feel it in this game. So I think it's a must win for sure.
And I'm going to ask y'all some more questions about this game specifically later on in the show. My boy Tez jumped in. Appreciate you, my boy. Hit the like button. And for everybody that's tuning in right now to the Black Bear Podcast, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel. One word, no spaces, the Black Bear Podcast. We go live twice a week, Wednesday nights like tonight, and post-game shows after every single game. So you can be sure we're gonna be there on Sunday after that game as well. Look, Packers, fellas. Packers 21-28 loss. It seemed like that game was shaping up kind of like a lot of the games that we played all season long, literally. Bears kind of struggle early on. Although I will say this, early on, we was kind of like, remember, it was a point in time early in the season where we were scoring on those first drives. Remember, we was like, we not used to this. We actually scoring on the first drive.
Yeah. I heard ESPN 1000. I'm saying, the Bears got to learn how to start fast. I'm like, we did. We was doing that early on the season. The first 8 weeks, we were starting fast. We were starting fast. We was scoring. We was driving down the ball. They was talking about. Those first 15 look good. They need to figure out how to do it outside the scripted ones, and then a new moon later now y'all like, oh, they got to do this and that. But that's been the story of the whole season for me is y'all got amnesia, y'all greedy, y'all just like the fans and people, you find that stuff, you reach for stuff, and not being grateful for what you got. That's how I feel right now.
I like that. I like the way you put that just now.
Our people jumping in. Mama Blues.
Ooh, early. She had a coffee.
I guess we could. I know, right? I guess we could start acknowledging sex machine now, right? Can we? I guess
For sure.
they legit. They ain't just trolling. They ain't here every week almost now. So much love, and of course, somebody who has some choice words for our
Don't be
guys.
calling me out for stuff that I ain't say. We're gonna talk about that. We definitely gotta talk about that.
We will talk about that. Appreciate you, of course. And then D Solid jumping in. He said, "What you guys think about this upcoming game?" We about to talk about that entire game, man. We got a lot to talk about. First, we still licking our wounds a little bit from this Packer game. We can do that. Hopefully, the Chicago Bears team have completely got that game out of their mind, because you can't be thinking about that. You know what I mean? You have to be focused on Cleveland. Get into that a little bit more, but look. We talked about it. They played around. They fucked around the whole first half, and you got away with that against. I mean, I gotta say, you got away with that against lower tier teams under 500. Exactly. That shit it's not gonna fly against the good teams. And is now could we still have pulled that out? I think that's why that game, probably, in my opinion, for me, hurt less than previous Packers losses. You know what I mean? Because we had their ass. We had them. Caleb talked about it. Are we gonna listen to Caleb speak? But I'm sure a lot of people already heard. He said, put the ball in my hands at the end of the game, and I'm confident. I'm fully confident. I'm paraphrasing, but I'm fully confident in what the outcome is. What we say, Wes, live and die by it. Live and die by the tree.
Yeah, gotta do it.
You know what I mean? So it was a moment in that game, though, that I thought was key moments. Key moments in the game that literally 5 moments, 5 plays that changed the outcome in that game. Quarterback, coaching, whatever. And I really feel like it was a game of inches. Like, if you really look at it, it was a game of inches. We had that game by inches, and that's what football is. Y'all, before I go further, do y'all got more to say about the game? Just straight, flat out, Jordan Love, anything?
I got some fingers to point. I watched the game again reluctantly.
Go ahead.
And
point some fingers real quick.
They all got some initials. First initials I'm gonna throw out there is JJ.
Yeah.
Then I'm gonna throw out DJ. Then I'm gonna throw out BJ and DA.
First of all, the DJ Moore talk, I'm tired of it. Everybody, where DJ Moore? Why are we not? Fuck DJ. Look, y'all not. Fuck DJ Moore. Fuck DJ Moore. Like, why is we steady acting like this is Randy Moss who need to get the goddamn ball? He little as hell. Look, go ahead. My bad.
For me, it's the effort, dude. I don't know if it's just how it look. It don't look like you want it. You know, when they, like they say, if you want the ball, look back at the quarterback. Like, if you want to pass, have your hands up. Like, you got to be ready. And he, a lot of times, don't look ready. And half of the time, I feel like don't even realize that he's in a position or where he at on the field. Cause
jogging, he look like he be jogging.
He's jogging, and I forgot who said it. I was on one of the Chicago radio stations or whatever. I saw a clip of it, and they basically were saying, like, if you look at it, every time Caleb has to roll out, that's what he does. I don't want to hear what nobody have to say when he rolls out, because that's what he's gonna do. Everybody else has learned. All right, breakaway drill. Cole Kmet, Loveland, Adunze, OZ. I mean, Duvernay knew the breakout drill. And it's like the one receiver you paying the most money is never on that side of the field for some reason.
Go ahead.
No, I'm just saying, it's like he's never on that side of the field. Or even even when you see him throw it, over somebody's head, to maybe Loveland or Cole Kmet, you still see like OZ or Rome running under the ball, like he had 2 people coming over that way. It's rarely you see DJ in those breakout drills. So I think like it's one of those things where I don't think it's Caleb and DJ chemistry or Caleb. I just feel like DJ just ain't getting with this is what he got the ball. You got to give it the program. Go find him, go look, go get open. Go show your number, as they say, right? And he don't do it enough and do it a lot. And like I said, if he would have, had a little bit more effort on that last play, he would have probably been a little bit in front of the player, a little bit in front of him, or been able to turn and go upfield. Like I said, I watched it again and I saw everything. But
yeah, I got a few things to say. I'm kind of just piggybacking off of what both of y'all was saying. As far as because I remember when I was calling the game, I was saying during the first half, like you gonna find an opponent that don't let you do what you've been doing. You know what I'm saying? Like this is like we gonna mess around and find out. This is the team. You know what I'm saying? But I'll also just the same way you felt, Mark Rob, about like this loss wasn't like it wasn't as heartbreaking. But for me, the reason why that was the case was because I'm one of those type of people that believe that you learn more when you lose. You know what I'm saying? We had just won 5 in a row, even though a lot of these games we went in a one score game or whatever the case is.
Mm-hmm.
I kind of said the same thing when we lost to Baltimore. The first comment I made on the show was, I'm not even that mad. I feel like we've been playing kind of big headed. And I feel like this was kind of one of those moments where it's like, yeah, it's good to have confidence that when you down on the scoreboard, you're not out of a game. But don't be overconfident to the point where you find yourself living in these situations and trying to claw your way back out of it. So somebody kind of putting it on our chin, like, because what you just said was really the perfect way to put it. Like, when you go against these teams that are better,
yep,
they'll show you better than they can tell you. We ain't gonna be the ones that's gonna let you do that.
Yep.
So, I think that was a big thing. And then I watched the same play, that last play over. I probably watched it 20 times, and I'm sitting here thinking to myself exactly what you just said, which is when the play was a boot to the left. But once you start this scramble and you see that you're not open, why the hell are you not cutting up the field? You just kind of jogging on this slant route across, talking about DJ, and you didn't free yourself. Like, you see that, okay, I'm not free, and you just kind of lived in it instead of tried to make a move. Like, Caleb's holding. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's clearly holding. He wasn't trying to get out of there and run. He was trying to make a play. And D Solid said that he took too long on that throw. While he did kind of have a read earlier in the play wasn't dead yet. And I kind of agree with y'all where I feel like I seen a little bit of a lack of effort from his part. Especially on that last play.
So look, first of all, that last play was dissected a million times by a million people, and it's only Wednesday. So it's probably gonna get dissected a million more times by the time Sunday comes. Everybody had their opinion on it. Caleb should have ran. Caleb should have saw Cole Komet early sooner, or whatever. Should have held it longer and hit DJ underneath or whatever. Ben came out and gave his opinion. DJ was not an option. Well, he was not a realistic option. It is what Ben said. Obviously, DeAndre Swift was the first read. Cole was the second. We saw this in Philly. Same play. First of all, I just think Caleb makes it was fine. He just got to make a better throw. You went. It was the right decision. Fine decision. Could Cole Komet actually do a corner route? Because apparently it was supposed to be a corner route.
His ass never made it to the pylon.
He never even went there. He kind of like went to the back of the end zone, and there's not much space back there. But look, it's on Caleb. He threw the interception. We gonna listen to Caleb talk about it again because that play is probably the biggest, the most viewed play of Caleb's career so far. And We probably gonna talk about it some more because it is in my top 5 plays that cost us that game. So let's do it. Let's jump into the top 5 plays that I feel cost us the game, and I'm gonna put them in order, and y'all tell me if this order is right or not.
The first is the highest.
The first is the most crucial one, the most important one, and I will be playing the clips of these plays as well. The first one we got is this one. I hope I did this right. First one is.
But there's 4 Bears there.
Hang on a second. We cannot play sound on this. All right, here we go. First play. Jalen Johnson, Montez Sweat, DeMarco Jackson. It's a 3rd and 1 play. They had Josh Jacobs stop for like a loss of 3. This would have put them on 4th and 4, 4th and 5. They might go for it. They might not. It's Green Bay. So who the fuck knows what they do? Either way it goes, they either settle for a field goal and they go up 24-21. And you saw what we did on the very next possession. We got well into field goal range, right? Nope. Instead of stopping him where they should have, this is exactly what happened on the play. And I'll pause it as it goes.
Crack toss.
They use a play that we run a lot.
Yeah,
A play that we run a shit ton. You got. I think this was the play of the game. Even look at this.
Yeah,
he cannot get through there.
You said this was your highest, right?
This is my highest. This is my.
I was gonna say this is definitely where the game was lost to me. So this is number 1 for me, and this is like one of the most disappointing plays that I think I've seen all season.
Disgusting.
Especially with number 1 sitting right here. Like I was so upset watching this play.
This is number 1. You can't not the play. I'm not gonna let it roll that long for you. He got 21 yards out of this play.
Yeah,
he got 21. Maybe more out of this play. You stopped them here because they went on to score, made it 28-21. That's what forced us to have to get a touchdown. You stop them here for just give them a field goal. That changes the outcome massively in this game, big time. And so I'll let it keep going because he look at them dudes. Look at them just all laying in the back. Look at that. That shit is pathetic. Oh man, of course. And I love defense, so I gotta put it all on the defense. People might think the Caleb interception was the most important play of the game, but my number 1 play that costs us the game even more than the Caleb interception is this play right here. I'll play it one more time, and I'll get into number 2. Dead to rights. 2. Oh my God! And y'all just looking at them. All of them laying on the ground looking at them. I can't even watch it. That's number 1.
Jalen Johnson arm tackle.
It was.
I don't even think that qualifies as an arm tackle.
It does not.
That was this sad, man.
Aram Cruz.
Welcome.
Cruz. No, it wasn't. It was a bad decision. That's all. Sage play. There was the throw underneath. Oh, he's talking Caleb. Still.
I think that was in response to what Tokyo Shaw said as far as Ben Johnson taking up for DJ and Caleb.
Okay, Tokyo Shaw said Mixon switched up on me. He said JJ couldn't have made the play. Which this is the time to talk
he could
about
have.
This
I was pissed off when I seen that. I don't remember saying that he couldn't have, but I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. I give it Tokyo Shaw 1, Marcus 0, but it's all right.
Do we know when Nashawn got kicked in the face?
On this drive.
This was this drive, right?
When they scored the touchdown. Not the touchdown, but like 2 plays before. Yep, got kicked in right. Yep. Mm-hmm. So yeah, we didn't see Nashawn no more. Yep. Mm-hmm. Of course, we got Grimy Clan shooter. Another.
Just playing in the grass.
Just playing in the grass. All three of them. Just plucking like that's crazy. Then we got Chris Maddock jumping in here. What's up? Appreciate y'all fellas jumping in here to talk some football. That was play number 1 of my most critical plays, most important plays that cost us the game. Play number 2 is what I got. So, okay. This one might be controversial to y'all. Play number 2 is.
I know this one is, but
here.
Does this have to do with a whisker?
Yes, it does. Bo Melton touchdown. I mean, you get 2 angles. You get the tight angle, the end zone angle on this one. Now, game of inches. Oh my God, that motherfucker was right there. He was right there. He was.
I'm with you on that. It did change the game, but I ain't down bad on Brisker for this because he was right there, one extra step. I mean, he came from all the way across the field. It definitely is top in what would have changed the game. But compared to what those dudes just did, that's
what was the play call?
So let me give some context. We got a Packer fan. Yeah, look, touchdown, baby. Look, it absolutely was, and it absolutely should not have been. So let me just give some context on why it's number 2 on the top 5 most critical plays. They got the ball back. They got the ball back with 1 minute and 14 seconds. And Ben Johnson talked about this on Monday. You absolutely cannot give up a touchdown before half like that. And then we got the ball back with 33 seconds left. 1 minute and 14 seconds, and you give up a bomb touchdown to Bo Melton, who was playing cornerback. And some wide was like, what are we doing? You don't get this touchdown, you go into halftime down 3-7. Instead, we went into halftime down 3-14. We lost by a touchdown. First play I just showed y'all, gave them 28-21. We lost by a touchdown. This was another touchdown that did not need to happen. You got 1 minute and 14 seconds before the half.
Can you just replay it one more time? I just want to see what the hell he was doing.
Both angles. You got both angles. Here we go. So I'm gonna pause it here. You everybody see what Bo Melton is, right?
Mm-hmm.
So what I was hearing is a cover two where Byard comes down. He's at the 45. That's Byard, and then Jalen Johnson has to replace him, right?
So invert.
Yeah,
that's what it looked. That's what it looked like. But I was just looking like that looked weird as hell just now.
You see, so Junk 2225 said that was Jalen's coverage. That's exactly why. So look, I get the people that's saying that's Jalen's coverage, and it kind of is. Keyshawn Nixon made a game-sealing interception off just instinct. Jalen Johnson, you get paid way more than him. You ain't got instincts. If you look with Jalen Johnson, he does have a man he's covering. He has to stay with him. Now he could leave him. I think the ball is in the air. So yeah, you leave him and you go help out on Bo Melton. You go help out on Bo Melton. Jalen Johnson doesn't do it. So yeah, Jalen Johnson get blamed for this too. And they asked Brisker, was that a bust in coverage? Brisker said, I'm not gonna answer that question. I'm not gonna get into that. I gotta make the play. Meaning what I got from that, he's not gonna throw Jalen Johnson under the bus. And I gotta make the play. That's what I heard.
And that's why I said, like, you see him, like you see him track
in slow mo.
I mean, I can try to go tracking frame by frame.
You can see him tracking him, like he saw him, but he coming.
Because Brisker's beat, like Brisker had to cover up a lot of ground, so you could tell it was a cover too, inverted.
Yeah, but yeah, I was kind of saying like Jalen Johnson definitely looked a step slow, but it just looked like his eyes is in the wrong spot. That's why I was trying to see it from the beginning, because I'm like, who did he pick up to where he just got sucked away from the coverage like that?
picked up that guy right there. And then just like slowed down. But here's the other angle. Another thing, Brisker almost made this play too.
Mm-hmm.
Holy shit.
I saw the frame by frame. He was
almost made that play.
He was a manicure away if he had some of those left.
Tokyo Shaw said JJ not healthy. I said the same thing. I'm just like, he looked a lot slower than what I expected him to be.
Came back early because he's hearing those footsteps. And I keep saying this now. We did a whole segment, and it was a great segment. It was a great segment. Got some good views on YouTube. We did a whole segment about Nashawn Wright and Tyreek Stevenson. Wes, to your credit, look. You called it from the jump. I would have benched his ass for Tyreek. Nah, I ain't gonna say it. Bob Tyreek would have kept his spot. Nashawn can't leave the field. He cannot leave the field right now.
Yeah.
And my whole thing is this: the two things we are just arguing about. What we're saying like was two big things in this game was the two big things that Nashawn Wright do for this team. Like Nashawn would have probably picked that. He wouldn't even have to jump.
Nashawn's long ass would have
he would have picked. Yeah, he would have picked that. He wouldn't have to jump. And even on that
if he would
first
have
play,
left his feet, that's a deflection.
Yeah.
Like he was that close.
And we see Nashawn in the run game when they break down in the run game, he's collecting ankles and legs, and that's what I was trying to remember because it's the Packers game, so I didn't watch it as I usually watch it because it's a little bit more emotional when I'm watching us play the Packers. So I'm not like super dialed in on who's out there and what's kind of going on, to be honest with you. But when I looked up and realized Nashawn, I was like, what the fuck just happened? I think it's
Callie. Is that Callie Packers?
Yeah.
Said in real time, I thought that pass was a pick. I did too. Talk Your Shy said Kyler Gordon clearly don't care about footsteps. He clearly don't. But what I keep saying though, I'm fucking keep repeating myself. You cannot allow your backup to be seen. You cannot. Yeah. You cannot. And guess what? A perfect example of this is getting played out at the left tackle spot right now.
Yeah.
If what the fuck is his name? I've already forgot his name. If Theo Benedict never got hurt, we would have never got to see what Ozzy could do for real on that side. You got hurt one game, and now you're healthy, and now you took his role as the sixth offensive lineman they bringing in. They got to report to the judge, the line judge. When they come. You lost your spot just like that. You're healthy, and you're not getting it back because you let them see Ozzy on film pass protect on that left side. You can't do it, man. You just can't do it. Y'all on the same team, but it's fucking competition. You got to feed your family. And Theo lost his spot. He lost his spot. So, all right. Do y'all need to see this one more time, or y'all want to get to number 3?
Let's go to number 3.
I'm curious now. Look, I saw it 1,000 times. That's why when he was like, "This is number 2," I'm like, the only other worst play than that one.
Yeah, you knew what it was coming. Well, that means number 3 should be obvious. Number 3 should be obvious.
I kind of think I know what it is.
And we talked about this one. Everybody did.
Bears fans have to be distraught. They're in this.
Caleb Williams interception. This comes in at number 3. I couldn't drop it too much longer because it is the play. It's the play of the game. Go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say if he make it, it's like, what's the left to talk about?
You're not talking about 1 and 2. You know what I mean?
Not talking about nothing else.
But we lost, so I dissected it in a little different way than most people. Honestly, a lot of people would look at this and put this number 1. This would have been number 1 for 75% of Bears fans.
93.
Honestly.
93. They don't remember half those other plays.
Exactly. No, you absolutely right.
Don't they say winning is a quarterback stat? This is the one they would have been like, yep, you went out there and lost us that game. Exactly. Except we just seen Like we couldn't stop a fucking nothing. Like we couldn't stop a fly.
Yeah, no, they destroyed us in the explosives. But I mean, I ain't got too much more to break down on this one. We had a great conversation in the post game show about this play.
Yeah.
All three of us with the comment section. It was a good conversation. It was great. So if you missed that, go ahead and check that out. But this is number 3, the Caleb Williams interception. I'll play it one more time. I don't know if y'all got some more words to say on it. But Caleb, it worked against Philly.
Mhm.
He saw that DeAndre Swift was open against Philly. He had his big boy pants on, and he said, "Fuck the 7 yards. I want the touchdown." They went.
I will say this. Wes, me and you, we had a lot to say about this play the other day. But one thing that you did say during that conversation is you gotta live by it and you gotta die by it. And I thought I didn't watch it plenty of times because it's gonna keep popping up on my YouTube feed. And I thought about that and I was just like, you is kind of right. I feel like I was being real critical of the play, but at the end of the day, I even then said, I know for a fact Caleb can make that throw. We seen him make it.
He
That's
knows
what
he
I
can
said.
make that.
So I'm not as mad. Like I'm not as mad today at him taking that shot as I was then because I wanted to win. But yeah, I feel like we'll get there for sure.
Yeah, like I said, post game, I ain't putting nothing on Caleb. I don't care what nobody say. I ain't gonna say his fault because I just saw him. I just saw him win with that same thing. So I'm like, what? Okay.
You know what's crazy? Like, so you say you're not putting nothing on Caleb. I won't go that far, but I get it. I definitely get it.
That's what I'm saying. I get it. I'm not saying.
I mean, he got to wear the mantle in some capacity because he's the QB, but still.
But people act like they didn't see how it's weird. And I said this once Caleb I said this is as a rookie. Once he knows what he sees and understands what you're trying to do to him from that first half, the second half, he turns into a top 3 quarterback. What we saw him do in the second half of this game, them throws that he was making, and just
24 yards, 27 yards,
man,
17 yards, and that's my whole thing. And what people don't want to say is exactly what you were just saying, Mark, before about like JJ and them about having like you said about Nixon. He had that instance, like, he had that so Raven moment where he went into the future and was like, they finna try to do it to us. And he broke out and went and got it. That's all that happened. He initially had no idea what was going on until he realized, oh shit, I watched tape just like everybody else. I think they finna do this. So everybody, Caleb should have thrown it higher. Caleb thought he had him. And right when he released the ball, Caleb, he felt like, damn, I floated it. I floated it kind of like a no-look pass in a way. And see, he just jumped into the passing lane, or he just got into that. Like I said, good for y'all. Because y'all, and for me, like I said, at the end of this game, I looked at all the stats. I looked at the game, and I'm like, okay, that's toe-to-toe. That's toe-to-toe.
Basically.
That had Lambeau. And think about it, if you was watching the game, Lambeau was quiet as fuck. I didn't even notice. It wasn't even no cheering. Yeah. It wasn't none of it. It wasn't even that. They was just like, are they finna come down and get a winning drive against us? And if you realize, like, you didn't realize that they were so quiet until the interception happened, and then you heard the crowd start to cheer. But before that, that pass to Luther and that pass like Duvernay and that, they was it was quiet. It was quiet. It was a low hum. Okay. Even they stopped us on third down. They didn't even say nothing. They was like, okay. Because they still in scoring. They still in scoring position. And this dude, all those Packers fans that was hooting and hollering before the game even went, half of them, if you go online, like I got people who tag me a bunch of like, but look at some of the real Packers fans who's like, Caleb Williams almost fucking gave me a heart attack.
That motherfucker had
you seen that motherfucker is a compilation of Packers. Like, I ain't gonna lie, even though he won, man, that dude, he was out there. It felt like we had no answer for him. Michael Parsons was supposed to come and get respect. You got a sack, and I threw a touchdown in your face.
Don't respect Micah Parsons.
Did he get that sack? That wasn't his sack.
I think
it
they
wasn't
gave him.
his.
He
They
didn't
gave
have
him
no
a sack.
sacks.
He got speared by the other
I thought
guy.
they gave him. I think they credited
That
him
wasn't
for- I
on
thought
him. They had a sack as a team.
They had a
but
sack
it
as
didn't
a
go
team.
to him.
Didn't go to him. Okay, I saw a sack. Okay, well, like I said, you got this 6 right in your face. So I want to hear nothing. And I watched the whole game. That's why I was like, okay.
Yeah, I think like when it comes like from an ability perspective, Caleb really don't lack in any of that. Like he can throw the ball pretty much any which way that he needs to. You know what I'm saying? Like he could throw on the run. We've seen him throw it off his back foot. We see him stand in the pocket and deliver a strike. We've seen him, you know what I'm saying? We've seen him do all these different things. And then on top of that, he's great at using his feet. He's one of the best, if not the best this year in escaping a pass rush. Like the only thing that he don't have on his side right now is he's not a veteran. He hasn't seen it enough with his own eyes. Like we seen,
Right.
like if Jordan Love was a year 2 quarterback, he wouldn't be dialing it up the same way that he just was as year 6. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I think that's just something that's gonna get better with time.
Go back to Josh Allen year 2.
Exactly.
Yeah, and look, Ben said it. He said it today, actually. Caleb needs $1 million. He said, what did he say? We want Caleb to have $1 million reps.
He needs $1 million reps. He only got
about
10,000.
Yeah.
We want 100,000.
And he needs 100,000 more. Like, come on, man. It's just reps. And I keep saying this. Like, everybody wanted to, like, he's going to get it. They are going to get it. Caleb, when we listen to him, he goes on that whole language analogy we was talking about, where give him more time and he'll be able to teach this offense in the exact same language as Ben is teaching it. Just give him more time. I do want to look at some of these comments though real quick. Talk Your Shot said, it's 20 people in here, 4 likes. Get them likes up. Everybody watching should be hitting that like button. This is play number 3. If you're just tuning in, this is play number 3 of my most important, most critical, most damning plays against the Green Bay Packers. That was play number 3. Play number 1 was the Josh Jacobs 21-yard run. Play number 2 was the Bo Melton touchdown, Brisker whiff before halftime. And play number 3 was the Caleb Williams interception. When we finish with play number 5, I want everybody to let me know if that was a good order, how you would order these plays. These are in order. So appreciate that though. Talk Yo Shy. If you look, we almost got 45 people in here. So hit that like button. If you watch it on Facebook or Twitter, head over to YouTube and show some love over there. We go live twice a week, the Black Bear Podcast. One word, no spaces. I'm your host, Mark Robb, with my co-host, Chef West to the right of me. Marcus Mixed It at the bottom of your screen. Let's keep this thing rolling, man. Play number 4. Oh, we got to get Crooked Commission there. Crooked Commission there. He said, sup, guys? Lost, man. Kyler Gordon getting injured at game time sucked. Got his contract a little too early. DJ not getting enough targets for what they are paying him. Yeah. Well, I can't disagree with it. True Pilgrim said, can someone explain why Caleb starts so slow? I genuinely can't figure it out. Is it just nerves? We were just kind of talking about that. Early on in the season, we weren't starting slow. It was the middle, what they call the middle 8 that we couldn't figure out. Now it's back to the beginning. Well, I guess you're playing, first of all, the starting slow is just you're playing tougher competition. Yeah. You played the Eagles, you're gonna you know what I mean? It's not gonna look the same like it looked against the fucking, I don't know who was one of these weak ass teams we played.
Lions we played, and we had hella pre-snap penalties and all of that stuff. Like, we're not seeing that stuff now. We're not turning it into points.
It's not gonna look the same. It's just not gonna look the same.
Because I mean, like
playing the Raiders or
right,
exactly, yeah.
Go ahead. You got go ahead.
Oh no, I was just gonna say, like you said, mix it. Even when we played those weaker teams, we were still getting our house in order, man. We were still getting
Yeah,
we was
exactly.
getting our organization, getting our football operations together, all that kind of stuff. That O-line chemistry, we were still searching for that tackle kind of situation.
Mm-hmm.
So we're just filling it all out. Now it's just starting to slowly come together. It's all right. I mean, I'm gonna tell y'all this is exactly how it is right now. And I'm finna give it to all the Bears fans right here. So take this all to y'all house when y'all sit down to dinner with y'all family and friends. I want y'all to tell them Chef Force told y'all this. This is a puzzle with 1,000 pieces. We have all the edges already filled in, right? We just putting the middle pieces in, coming in from the edge to finish out the portrait. That's it. That's exactly where we at right now. So it's gonna look better. It's gonna be better.
Yeah, I could agree with that. I don't think it's supposed to look perfect. I think, to be honest with you, I think we've had less kinks in the road up to this point than what we expected. So to start seeing, like these different situations where we looked at them before as an advantage, and we grinding out these wins, to see that when you facing a different level of competition, the expectation isn't to keep playing the way that we've been playing, it's to step up and match the level of competition. So I think that's kind of where we at with it. Yeah, I don't feel like we like in a situation where it's like we too early or anything like that. I just feel like we kind of gotta learn what it is to play, in these moments when it's, big games, when we playing tougher opponents, when we gotta do what we gotta do in the home stretch of the season. Like they said before, like this team's going through a lot of injury and stuff. Like nobody's feeling 100% at this point.
No,
but this is the point where like everything that you've done up to this point, like it counts right here.
Now we've been injured more than most.
Yeah,
but that's
absolutely.
another conversation. All right, let's keep it rolling to play number 4. Now, play number 4 and 5, I didn't know how I wanted to rank them. So they like a toss-up. So I can understand if y'all want me to flip them or if y'all don't. And actually, one of them really not even a play. So I'll just do this for number 4. Play number 4. I'll pull it up. Give me 1 second, fellas. 1 second. Here we go. Hold on. Let me pause. Let me bring it back. By what y'all seeing by the screenshot here? Do y'all know what play this is?
Is this the No, I was gonna say this is the play where Quay Walker had blew him up when he was trying to run through the middle. But I think that was the play Monangai broke his helmet or something like that.
His helmet.
Yeah, that's when he broke his helmet.
Adrian Cooper, yeah. No, this is the play before the Caleb.
The Caleb. This is the 31.
This is the 3rd and 1. Because you let me let the play go. Now I want y'all to follow my arrow, the arrow that's placed there. The arrow, the player that they pointing at, the Packer player. Because he makes this play. And he shouldn't make this play from where he's at. Boom. Boom. Like a yard. A yard. You get this yard, you're not running that play on 4th and 1. You know what I mean? You're not in that position. You got to reset it down. So you're not in that position to have to run that play. Ozzie Trapillo got punched in the mouth. Like if you watch it, watch what Buddy do to him. He pops his ass and gets down line. Like where he had to go to make this play, it was a hell of a play. You got to put your hats off to Buddy because Nixon made the interception, but this play set up the interception. He popped him in the mouth. Boom, watch out. Get off me. And you just running down line and you making that play. This is play number 4 for me because you get this first down with Kyle Monangai, you don't even you're not running that play again with Caleb. Next play, you know what I mean? You don't need all those options. You don't need Caleb thinking. I don't know if y'all remember, but Caleb said he felt he was thinking too much on that play. So this is play number 4.
I didn't like the play.
This one?
I thought it should have been. I thought we did so well with, when we moved, like we talked about it before, about how we put the tight ends in motion, bring them up and down the line, try to get a clear, see what the defense is, and having them come. I think we did it with Lovin and Komet a bunch of times with the Eagles when they would come like behind the line and then come up through the gap that they want to go through. Kind of like almost like a fullback in motion in a way, and come up and take that first contact so you can get that 1 yard.
Yep.
I felt like I said, this is just why these big dudes, they get paid money. I feel like, they watch tape. They like, okay, cool. Ain't nobody coming if I can get off. Oh, he already gone because Mananga hit that hole. He tried to get to that hole quick, which gave him the reaction time of, I don't need to push back into the backfield. I could just come across the line kind of deal to me. But like I said, that is a big play though.
Crooked Commish said, guys, we had Jacobs dead to rights on 3rd and 1. 3 guys around him, and not only did he get the first down, he got 21 yards. You late to the party? That was play number 2. No, that was play number 1. That was play number 1.
That was the play
that cost us this game. We on the play number 4. Crooked Commish, you're talking about play number 1, and it makes sense because that was for me. And what do we say? 90. The
93,
other 90, the other 7% didn't. Yeah. We probably would have
even look at it.
The Josh Jacobs play. Look at this where I paused it though. Look at where I paused it. There is a gap there. Do y'all see that?
Yeah.
There's a gap there to get 1 yard easily. Number 7 is getting double teamed. 52 is sealing off his man. Amazing. Micah, if you see number 1 on the left side, Darnell handling him. And then you look at, what is that, 56? Is that 66 or whatever the fuck 65, his number is?
56.
55, 56, whatever it is. He's coming from Ozzy's side, who's the left tackle. He's finna scrape down the line of scrimmage where everybody did their job but Ozzy on this. Now, remember when I told y'all I thought Ozzy should keep starting? But my only thing was he's not as good in the run game as Theo. Now, you can easily teach run blocking. You could it's better to teach run blocking than it is pass pro, especially when you got a number 1 overall pick back there. It was there. It was another play, back-to-back plays where I guess the scheme worked and the execution was poor. Because I guess if you will look at the next play, Caleb Williams, Cole was wide open at first. They just executed it poorly. So this is my number 4 play. I don't know what y'all think about it, but I mean, when I pause it here, this is a great pause spot. I ain't gonna lie. He got a great crease right there to get through there. So,
well, what I will say is I like the call to run it in that spot. I don't think I'm necessarily the biggest fan of the call, though. I don't like. I feel like
you want emotion and confuse them.
Not necessarily. It's like I want it because we've seen that stuff work for us and work for us really well. But at the same time, there's something to be said about a team that can. That's real trenches football. So you get up here and you're like, we need this yard. It's gonna be my guy versus your guy. You know what I'm saying? Like all of these guys they in run block, but it's all one-on-ones. Nobody's getting double teamed. Nobody's getting chipped. Ozzy just got beat. You know what I'm saying? And it killed this play. But I think, like, I don't know. Like, I feel like I guess I'll figure out where I want to rank this play at the end. But I feel like this is definitely one of the more important plays out of the plays that you showed thus far, because I feel like this right here not working is the reason why you don't call a run on 4th down. I think that's 100% the reason why we're seeing a boot to the left. And, and don't get me wrong, like you said it before, Caleb wants the ball in his hands in these moments.
Oh, yeah.
But
when we listen to Caleb, he going to tell you himself, too.
But when you're running at 4 yards a clip, you go out there and you get that yard. That's how I feel, and I feel like that they definitely could have. So to see them play action out of that last play, I was like, oh, they're throwing it. I thought it was just like, go line this shit up again and run it, bro.
And if I was the head coach, everybody who know me, everybody in the world watching that game, I'm going 3rd and 1 and I'm going 4th and 1. I don't care if you know it or not. Stop me, because you haven't been able to do it. Let me shout out Cricket Commish real quick. He said, "Yeah, I'm late." And LOL, that was a killer. Love the show, guys. You will shoot past 1,000 subs in no time. My fucking boy, that's much love. Appreciate the support.
For sure.
We just talking football, man. We just all it is. We talking football, and it's at times where other people not talking football. So,
no, but that's this play right here, Mark. And mixed it. It's
if y'all want
what
me
I was
to
talking about,
play or run it back, I let me know.
I mean, you could play the running back, but that's why I said what I said about that Philly game and how dominant they was and how they found like, okay, this is. And we talked about how they was, moving those tight ends up and down the field. When I was talking about the Caleb interception, I was like, I'm okay with that because he's done that. That's in his bag. You know what I mean? It's not. This seemed like you got 6 offensive linemen out there. Is it, or is that a tight end on the edge? I can't really see. Can't really tell. But you didn't do none of the things that I've seen you develop and do over the last 6 weeks as far as running the ball well.
Yeah, I think they went 12 personnel here.
Right. So, and then usually when we do that, they motion Cole Kmet or they motion Loveland in the backfield and put him down and they get into a stance. And then y'all, you know what I mean? And then you get that extra, push through the hole first. And for them not to do that, it was kind of like, I don't know if it's kind of, they was like, they felt like, the box was softer or what, but I just felt like that ain't something that we've been doing well. And this is a time to do go to what you do and what you've been doing and what looks good. So,
well, I mean, you can see the box, right? They got 9 guys up here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 in the box.
That's what I'm saying. I'm like, I don't think that's what I said. I don't think if they thought the box was soft. I don't know if that's what they thought. But like I said, I would have felt better even if they would have pulled whoever that is on the right side of our screen in motion over. Had him do that little stutter step right before where you wanted to go, right there where that hole appeared, and send him first.
So both of y'all mentioned you didn't like the play call here, and honestly, I could see that. How about this? If you gonna call the play you called next, the play action boot to the left, the 4th down
this one you should have called it.
This is when you should have called it. Call it on 3rd down. You know what I mean? Call it on 3rd down, and on 4th down, you run this.
Because then we have a timeout, I think, left.
We had 2.
Yeah, we had 2. Yeah, we were
2, and we were at the fucking 16-yard line, bro.
Yeah, I believe the 11 yard line. Yeah. So, all right. So, look, that's play number 4. We got one more play to get to. Let's get through this so we can continue going with the show. I'll do this last play. Actually, I don't. It's not a play. It's not a play. I don't have. Yeah, it's not a play. It's not a play. It's just just a moment. It's just a moment. So number 5 is you get that interception with CJ and Ben doesn't call one run play. You go pass right out of the interception early in the game, and you go 3 and out, and you don't get any points. You don't get any points off the interception. That's what I got for number 5. It's not a play. There's nothing to show. I was battling with that, and then the Cairo kicking that motherfucker whatever he kicked to get them to the 40. I don't know what it was, but it didn't land in the landing zone and set up the 40. But I'm going with the CJ interception and Ben Johnson not calling any run plays. Not one. Remember, we didn't get a second run until like the third possession. And the first run we did got 5 yards. So you started at 5 yards per carry. You didn't give him another run until the third possession, and that run bit off 5. So that was horrible to me. I don't get it, but it mixed it. You said it, and a couple weeks ago, I don't know when exactly you said it. Like, can we keep Caleb at 25 pass attempts, please?
Mm-hmm.
Why does he have to throw 36 times a game? Why does he keep doing this? Why? He doesn't have to. We have the best run game in the league. Why are we throwing that? It's just so annoying to me. And Tom Burrow coming in saying, thank you, need Ben to step it up. Finally, somebody who thinks he's not the fucking somebody thinks he
the holy grail
exactly
of football.
He's flawed too, man. Like I keep saying it. I think he's a better head coach for what he's done with this team overall than he is an offensive coordinator. And that says a lot, speaks a lot to what we really need, a head coach. Now, he can draw up plays, don't get me wrong. But the most, like, come on, man. Not one run? That's my number 5. So I'll let you, if y'all want to comment on that quick. If not, I'll summarize the top 5 and then let me know what y'all think about the top 5. We good? Y'all want me to summarize
it? Good. I mean, I'm good. I'm reorganizing it, but
all right. All right, here we go. Number 1. For those who missed it, hit the like button. Hit the like button. Subscribe to the channel, people. We talking football on here. We talking about right now. We talking about the top 5 plays that cost us the game, the most critical, the most important, the most damning plays against the Green Bay Packers. Here's number 1. 21-yard run play by Josh Jacobs. Towards the end of the game that set up their touchdown to go 28-21. Number 2, the touchdown before halftime, Bo Melton touchdown. They get the ball back, 1 minute and 14 seconds. You go down and score, and you leave 33 seconds for Caleb Williams and the Bears. We know that happened. Number 3, I know everybody been waiting for it. When is he gonna do it? Oh, is he just the Caleb Williams lover or this and that? Caleb Williams interception. Caleb Williams interception is number 3. Ball in your hands, game on the line, 4th and 1. The play was there, even if you don't like the play call, which I don't. It was there. It was. Make the throw. You know you can make that throw. We've seen you make that throw. We've seen you make tougher throws in this game. Make the throw. Number 4, 3rd and 1, Kyle Manung got run stuff that set up the 4th and 1 play. Ozzie gets beat by his man. Everybody else does a magnificent job. And Ozzie's man just slides down the line of scrimmage and pops him for no gain. And then number 5, not running the ball. When you get a takeaway on a guy that doesn't turn the fucking ball over, you get no points. You didn't run the ball. You get no points. You pass. No points. You're 3 and out right after a takeaway. So summarize. There it goes for everybody in the chat. Tom Burrow saying good 5. The top 5. Appreciate that. I thought I'd, put them in pretty good order myself. Robbie Baba said Myles Garrett is a monster. He absolutely is. And we're gonna talk about him too. But we turn the page. Top 5 reasons we lost. Top 5 plays that cost us the game. Fellas, did y'all like the order? Did you not like the order? And if not, how would you have put it?
I would go 1. I think I would go 1, 4, 5, 2, then 3.
Wow. So go ahead. So you going 21-yard run by Jacobs.
Yeah, that was the dagger. That we just kind of sealed our own fate with that shit. I was just like, this is the exact opposite of what you needed in this moment.
So that's your one. Your number 2 is not running the ball after getting the interception. Right?
No, is that 5? I thought that was 5. I said 1, 4. What was 4?
Oh no, 4 was the 3rd and 1, wasn't it? It was the 3rd and 1.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was the 3rd and 1. So you're going. So your 2 is 3rd and 1. Stop. Run stuff. Ozzy blown block.
Yeah, I think. Well, one, obviously, if we get it, we get a new set of downs. The play calling definitely changes, but it's the fact that we couldn't. Like it, the fact that it got blown up the way that it did, I feel like it changed the play call.
Yep,
I think it changed the play call.
Maybe scared them a little bit to run it a second time because
they thought they was gonna come out and try to stuff it again. So we're gonna try to outsmart them, and they played it well.
What'd you have for 3rd? What number?
5. Not capitalizing off that interception,
which was the Jordan Love in it. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow, this is interesting. So the CJGJ interception, you got that coming in. That's 3, or not running the ball, not capitalizing.
That specifically, that's specifically not capitalizing on that drive.
Not capitalizing. Okay.
What you got? Number 4 was 2, the Bo Melton touchdown.
The Bo Melton touch. Wow. So you put the play of the year at 5. Caleb Williams interception.
Huh? Oh yeah. That last play. Yeah, I think first of all, I don't think that's the play of the year. I think that was just like when you get like you get a firecracker on the 4th of July and then you light it and then you run. And then nothing happened. It was just like a dud. Like that's how I felt about that play. I don't think it was the play of the year. I think that's kind of like, how do I put this? That's kind of like a moment where it's like it's either going to be one or two things that happen. Either A, we're going to get a touchdown and everybody's going to be like Caleb Williams just shut down Jordan Love and blah, blah, blah. Or B, like, I don't think it was, especially with where he was throwing it to, that it was either going to be a catch or a pick. It wasn't just going to be an incomplete. And if it was, go ahead.
Oh, were you done?
I was just going to say, I was just going to say, if he, like, when he released it, I'm just like, this is either a touchdown or a pick. So I wasn't like thinking like, oh, this is gonna drop dead or whatever the case is. Whatever.
Ain't a lot of way he released it. I thought I'm out. This touchdown.
Yeah, I was like,
he released it like
it was
like
a flick of the wrist.
Yeah.
And then it was just like, dud. Nothing came out.
Honestly, though, I didn't think we were going for the touchdown. I had no clue that play was designed to even go towards the end zone. I thought we wanted the first down so we can continue with our 2 timeouts and like keep working how we've been working up and down the field. So, but wow, that is your number 5.
If we don't do the other stuff in this game, we don't need that moment.
Hit it again, Wes.
We don't need that moment if we don't fucking try to arm tackle Josh Jacobs when you're the last man available and let him break off at 21 yards. We don't need Caleb to make that play. So if we capitalize earlier and not give up a touchdown before the half, we don't need that play. You see what I'm saying? Like all the other plays and moments that we talked about, they're what caused us to have to be here. You know what I'm saying? So
I'm gonna just say this. Let me talk about your order real quick. I'm shocked. My number 2 and 3 is your 4 and 5. Wait, right?
Yeah. Correct.
Okay, Wes, I'm glad. Yeah, because I can't wait to. What? I love it. So my number 2 and 3 is your 4 and 5. You think so? Your number 2 was the 31, right? Okay.
Yeah.
That was big. That was big. Okay. Wow, I'm shocked.
I think the third thing is a big deal too. That not capitalizing
not
off that drive
getting something.
is just like, yeah, like in that spot, especially when you think about the fact that we don't run the ball at all in that spot, and we didn't run the ball more than one time in the first drive, but like the fact that you like this is a situation that you put yourself in. This is not a situation where Green Bay outplayed us. This is a situation where we outsmarted ourselves and put ourselves behind in the game. So I think that was why I was like, this has got to be a higher moment than, you know what I'm saying, 4 or 5. But I still think Caleb Williams throwing that pick was number 5. Tom Burrows, thank you. They be trying to hate on me a little bit on her sometimes.
Just shocked.
They be trying to clock my T on Twitter. Like talk your shot yet.
Yeah, you got that. Yeah.
Like what?
Like I said, it was with the sword. It gotta live for it, gotta die for it. It's gonna be like that.
Yeah, shocking. That was shocking. A little shocking, but they're all top 5 plays. They're all magnified, in my opinion. So, okay,
I think those were the right 5, though.
I like that. I'm definitely good with the 5 for sure. I didn't do all that. I didn't do all of that. I didn't think of that. I do concur with y'all. Number 1, simply because I know how I felt when it happened. It's one of those.
Hunter Hess, y'all didn't outrun us. We had more rush yards than y'all. But thank you for the info, though. Y'all did a great job throwing the ball.
No, y'all didn't. I got the stats right. I'll read them to you. Just stay.
And Crooked Commish, I almost put this on there because Mix, did you know it? I called this shit out during the game. If y'all don't stop blitzing this motherfucking dude, they
treated him like he was JJ McCarthy.
Yeah, they kept blitzing him, and he picked us apart. But no, so Wes, so start how you would order my 5.
I got it. So, like I said, I concur with the 1. I thought the JJ missed tackle was. That's why I said it's the effort from like I was clocking him the whole game. Like, dude, where you at? Where you at? Somebody called, page him 911. Like, that dude ain't nowhere to be fucking found. Like, I almost forgot that he was playing. I ain't even gonna lie. I just forgot he was out there. He's supposed to be a Pro Bowler. You didn't put I mean, you ain't chokes nobody. You ain't getting nobody face. You ain't push nobody after the play. I mean, I expected more. Then just missing that tackle. That's when I realized, like, what the fuck is Nation right at? And then, like, 2 plays later, I didn't see him no more. I'm like trying to figure out what happened and found it out to the game. That's up. I do concur as well with the whisker.
Okay, so we in lockstep with the first 2 plays.
With the whisker. Okay. And it was simply because when I saw him coming, because like I said, when I'm watching the Packers game, like, I don't watch the teams as like clearly as I probably should, because I have, Green Bay rage hate every time we play them. So the numbers blur. I literally thought that was Bayard coming over.
Okay.
And I thought it was finna be picked. And then when I seen it was Brisket, I was like, God damn, where's Bayard? And then I looked up and I was like, oh, he was right there. And then I saw it was JJ. I was like, why the fuck Kevin Bayard ain't back there being the safety? Like, just be back there. Like, because Kevin Bayard with the orange sleeves too.
He do.
So I thought that was, look, for me, that's.
Can you replay it one more time?
For me, you know who that looked like to me coming into that play? If you don't look at jersey number, that looked like kind of like Nation and Kevin Bayard zeroing in on the ball. And every time they zero in on the ball like that, that end up being picked.
Oh,
that's not JJ's assignment.
It is.
So that's what I was. That's what I was just talking about. That's what I was just talking about.
No.
I'm talking on this play. We was talking before, and I thought that was JJ's assignment, and he got.
Yeah, no,
that's not his
Johnson
assignment.
Had a man to watch, but when that ball in the air,
that's what I'm like. Exactly.
Let's make a play on it. Let me go to the other.
Hey, Bayard got 4 interceptions doing that, coming across the field and taking over somebody's assignment, and that's
where he was slow. Yeah, after the throw. Yeah,
right after the throw, he should have turned around and tracked the ball. But Yeah, and
Like
because it was
Talk Your
just so
Shot, it
fucking
was
close.
busted coverage. It was because
Yeah.
Brisker shouldn't have had to get way over here, which was it was a good play call, but Brisker
Like I said, he saw it and he was trying to track it. And like I said,
He was
effort was
trying.
there. I ain't mad at him. It's just I felt
He
like
didn't
that was the play. That was the one right there that would have been like, all right, we in business. We in business. So that's why I put that as a second one.
Okay, so we 100% right now.
Now I put the third one. I called it the wrong run. It's that 3rd and 1. I just felt like I just didn't like the play. It just didn't feel like how we've been running the ball this season. And I saw the whole, I could get popped and that. And I was just wondering how he got over that so fast. And I was just wondering to myself, what happened to that using that motion that we've been using basically all season. Like if you listen to commentary, they say Ben Johnson loves to motion those tight ends, try to get because you gotta get doing it all game. Because remember how we was getting so many linebackers. Remember, I talked about it even in the Eagles game and even in the Steelers game, we was moved. Like we was making those linebackers and those guys like shift and move and get off. We let them stand there, watch, and then hike the ball. So they was like, okay, ball's that way. Instead of having somebody move so they can kind of like reprocess and reset themselves. Like, okay, maybe they finna do something different. Maybe it's gonna be play action. Maybe it's gonna be you sat there in their face, and you went mano a mano and you lost. I didn't like it. I didn't feel like that's how we be running. I think we like to use that motion. We like to put somebody in that back, all that kind of stuff. And it didn't happen. And I was just, like you said, I was like, okay, this was binless as fuck.
So this was 4th for me. What was this for you?
3rd.
This was your 3rd.
Mixed it. This was 2nd.
No, that was his 3rd.
Oh, this is his 2nd. Okay.
That was his 2nd, my 3rd.
Yeah.
Your 4th.
Talk your shot. I agree with you. He agreeing with you. Okay.
My 4th is the interception. It's the interception.
Wow, y'all both put the interception lower than I did. That's
and the only reason I did that is okay, we got the pick, right? And I'm with you on that. Like we should have did something with it. This is a division team, this is a rival game. You gotta take everything you can. I mean, a field goal would have been better than nothing. Like I can understand that much. That's 5th.
Oh, you talking the not scoring after the interception.
That's what I said. That's my 5th. But I felt like the interception was more heart-wrenching than the not scoring off the interception. Because it's like you can come back from when that interception happened. It's like, all right, we still got a lot of game ahead of us. We can come back. We should have scored. We need to, score on those. Yada yada yada.
Yeah, go ahead.
Like I said, I felt like you got to score on turnovers for sure. That was definitely the reason we did. But I felt like the interception was.
The pick was 4, and not scoring off the interception was 5.
That's
what I'm saying.
Yes. Yep. So like I said, I didn't mix it up too much. I just felt like the turnover was like, yeah, but then they had more than enough time to throw 2 of those Bo Meltons and then another three more Christian Washington, and the interception wouldn't even matter at that point. But so that's why I felt like our interception, we should at least got something off of it for sure. But I felt like throwing the interception at the end of the game was a little bit more detrimental than us not scoring off CJ's turnover or the takeaway. So that was it. I think I just swapped 3 and 4 really. I feel like that run because I felt like that run was just not us. I think it was the cuteness to try not to give away shit, but it's like at this point in time, this is when you play your best football, and that wasn't your fucking best football, Ben Johnson. It wasn't your best fucking play at all. You didn't use your players in the best way, and you know what I mean? None of that.
Well, I mean, his worst play of the game was the call to get DJ's head taken off. Went on that screen
that got blew up.
Oh my god!
As far as your 5, Wes, I think, I don't really feel like any of y'all list is like a quote unquote bad list. I think all 5 of these games all 5 of these moments in the game were the moments that kind of took it out of our hands. Yeah. But the run play, the reason, because you said that was your 4th, right? Or is that your 3rd?
That's the run play is my 3rd.
Yeah, the 3rd and 1 was his third.
Yeah, I was gonna say I can agree with that being that high because it's just like that changes the play call. It
Absolutely.
absolutely does. It's like it's not even just the fact that he got stood up. It's the way that it looked. It and like not only do you lose the down, you don't get any yards or whatever, but the momentum after that shifts because what they were looking for was Green Bay to say, "I dare you to try it again."
Yeah,
You know what
because
I'm saying? And
and it
that's
was only
why I'm
one
like,
player. It was one player. It wasn't like they all. You know how usually when we stand somebody up, it's a whole effort. It's
right.
two or
One
three
guy.
defensive linemen, one linebacker. They get in, they push them, and the whole pile kind of push them back. And they call the rest was like, yeah, we stopped them. High five. Let's do the outside. It was one motherfucker who just like bow and then just came in and slats. And the rest of them, they was like, oh shit, we was dead to rights. Michael Parsons' ass was a non-factor. You know what I mean? So
Yeah. Now, and
that's that's
as far as what you were saying with that, like it's like that's kind of like the whole thing to me is like when you the second ranked run offense in the league, it's something to be said about it when you don't feel good saying my guy is gonna be better than your guy in run block. You know what I'm saying? Like to feel like Ben Johnson's into football when it
we
comes to
gonna
the
wrap
run
up.
game only consists of being able to move people around with different looks and motions and all of that stuff. Like if you can't find a successful run game without having to do that, then it feels like that run game isn't as good as we want it to be. And that's kind of what my struggle with it is. It's like I don't necessarily need y'all to motion and stuff right here, whatever, but just take the dive. Don't make it any longer than what you have to get it. Just and these guys that show 3 in the middle are arguably your best linemen. If you're not including the quote unquote Darnell Wright all pro performance, and he's lined up with Micah 1-on-1, sealing him to the outside. Take this
Doing
dive,
his job.
and my guy is going to be better than your guy. That's what I feel like. That's what you could have did in that moment. So I feel like that's the reason why I kind of had it higher. But outside of that, I feel like what you had is like solid.
No, I hear you. And that, like you said we the top 3
Top 2
run game in top 2 run game in the NFL. And my whole point is, how did you get there? What were you doing to get there? You were doing those motions. You was bringing those tight ends into the backfield. You didn't just.
Do you think that's the only thing that's successful though?
No, but it's
like if they just
what
try to
do.
run it straight up, do you feel like that they're gonna have a less impactful run game?
No, but you use that to like we said before, make stuff look the same but look different. We use that when we pass the ball, and we use that when we run the ball too. We could have did that motion and still everybody went back to the same fucking spot, and then ran the ball. But what that would have did, that would have had that defense looking to see, okay, why are they moving a tight end over here? Why are they moving a wide receiver in the backfield? Why are they bringing DJ in the backfield? They're gonna hand it off to him instead, or they're gonna you know what I mean? That's giving them this look of confusion, which made our run game successful. Even when we do it, everybody go back to their same spot, and then we still run the same play, run the same way. But like we said before, the key to our offense that we do is we make everything look the same but different, and then we make everything different look the same.
Look, what is that? Camilo Jimenez and Cartel.
No mama's way, cabrón.
The Bears are lucky the game was not more of a blowout. Are you fucking dumb? Y'all lucky y'all won. Oh my! You got delusional Packer fans, just like there's delusional.
I thought
Bears
that was some
fans.
of the Packers' best football.
What? They played their best game, and we played like shit for 2 quarters, half the game.
2 quarters.
One thing I forgot which one of y'all said it. Y'all mentioned it though. It was fuck. I had a point I was finna make about one of y'all said until Camilo Jimenez jumped in there. Y'all know how I am with the comment section. They get me off track. Oh man, I don't even remember it. So fuck it. All right. Well, that was a great segment. It's very, very like woo-saw segment, so we can like get this. It was 5 plays.
Yeah.
We had them, and with those 5 plays didn't happen. We had them. We were good. Look, I tip my hat to the Packers defense. I don't believe in that offense. Fuck that offense. We was giving up the explosives like some in a way we haven't seen from us all year.
Yeah.
So
since Detroit.
Yeah, since Detroit. So good defense, but y'all offense, we'll be ready for that next game.
Mm-hmm.
Let's keep this thing rolling then. Look, if you're tuning in right now, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, the Black Bear Podcast, one word, no spaces. We go live twice a week. Buddy keeps saying Broncos. I'll take it. I mean,
I'll take it. Beat them.
Yeah.
Beat them.
Yeah.
Beat them. Beat them.
Please.
Fuck
please.
Green Bay. Fuck Green Bay.
We go live twice a week, Wednesday nights like tonight, and post game shows after every single game. So we'll be here this Sunday. Presser up next. Do y'all feel like watching the presser? Or do y'all want to talk about these playoffs?
Let's do a presser. Let's do the
Let's
presser.
go to the presser because it's gonna be our last outlook into this Packers game, and we can kind of turn the page.
All right, we gonna listen to Caleb Williams spoke today. Him and Ben Johnson spoke today as usual, but we gonna listen to QB1 talk about the play that everybody been talking about, and a lot
more. When do the coordinators speak on Tuesdays?
Thursdays.
I need to
it's crazy though.
See what Richard Hightower got to say.
Because after we lost,
kick.
a lot of my family friends and stuff was calling me about, Caleb this, look at the tape that, and I watched the Indianapolis Colts lose all 3 of their quarterbacks, and they didn't go get nobody backup quarterback. They went and got fucking Phillip Rivers, and that's one of those things that when I saw it, I'm like,
it's crazy.
So Tyson Bagent
ain't
good enough to go play quarterback for the Colts. Danny Dimes is.
No, I mean,
they can't do nothing about it now.
Yeah, the trade deadline passed, so they can't trade for nobody. They can only pick up. Yeah. I don't know. Shit, isn't there? Oh, don't they got Brett Rippin? Don't we? Hey,
they got Brett.
Hey,
they got my guy Brett. I saw it, man. Yes. I saw it, dude. I'm like, y'all ain't gonna rip it, man. Mm-hmm. Y'all tweak it down there in Indianapolis, man. Y'all want a storyline. That's all. But fuck Green Bay.
44 years old.
44 years old. I think his oldest kid is 25, and he got a grandbaby.
He got grandchildren. All right, fellas.
Aaron Rodgers out here inspiring people.
With Buddy. All right, let's listen to QB1. See what he had to say. You're gonna get grilled about the play and a lot more. Here's Caleb Williams earlier today.
Okay, what's your process after the way that game ended? Like the first couple of days, are you like how quickly do you flush it? How much are you? And obviously you watched it with Ben on Monday.
24 hours.
Play, but like, what's kind of your process of how you just think about a game that ended that way?
You're saying me throwing the
the last bit.
There's not another moment, another player, another situation. In those moments, I feel like the ball should be in my hand, and that's how I felt as a kid. That's how I still feel today. That's how I felt on Sunday in that moment. And so,
as you fucking should
feel great. It kind of goes to the MJ quote where he missed how many game winners, and the Kobe where he took the game winner, and tried to, versus the Jazz and all of them back then. It's like, you're going to take those shots, and that's the type of mindset I have, that I'll take those shots, and I'll roll with the punches if I do miss, and that's what happened. And so you move on from it, and when that moment comes up again, I think 9 times out of 10 that I'll hit. And so that's my mentality. That's how I feel about it, and just got to give Cole a better ball in that moment. But other than that, roll with the punches if it doesn't roll your way.
What do you remember of that USC Colorado game against Shador, and what do you remember about Shador in particular? 2023.
Yeah. It was a good atmosphere, good game. We ended up coming out with the victory, and Shador is a hell of a player.
Your Heisman year, you guys won or lost one game all year. What do you remember about the feeling of every week kind of turned into like a playoff game? And is there anything instructive there for what you can do or for this year and what you guys have?
Yeah, I think every year is a learning experience for obviously that year, but also future years for yourself as a player. And so, whether it's college or pro, you do learn things from those type of years. And so just understanding that each week is its own week, understanding that, you go 1-0 and the week that you're focused on, the team that you're focused on, it propels you in a very positive, put you in position to be exactly where you want to be at the end of the year.
Faced a lot of good pass rushers this year. How does Max Crosby, Micah Parsons, all those guys prepare you for the challenge of Myles Garrett?
Yeah, obviously he's right there at the sack record, almost there at the sack record. And so going to try and make sure that he doesn't get the sack record on us and on me. But, I think those games have prepared, the offensive line, us as a game plan and going versus those type of players where they're just, they're the S tier players where you just got to, make sure every single snap, every single play, everything is not allowing them to wreck the game. That's something that he can do. That's something that he's done throughout his whole career. And so, we're excited for the challenge. We're excited for this week. We're excited to try and get back in the win column.
Caleb, how does he win so much at the line of scrimmage, and what are the communication points for you?
Yeah, he has a as the kids say, is a deep bag of tricks, and whether it's his Euro step, his speed, his off the ball, they'll put him at the linebacker area and let him just kind of do his thing. And, so it's he's, like I said, he has a deep bag of tricks, and it's going to be a good challenge for us as an offense, us as an offensive line, and, running backs, everybody accounts for him. And everybody else in that field. So
you got to.
Like I said, he has a deep bag of tricks, and when somebody is well polished as he is throughout the NFL, and throughout his years in the NFL, that's what makes him what makes him Myles Garrett.
Yeah, through 13 games this season, are there one or two things that you specifically want to get better at within the game?
Yeah.
Tom, I'm right there with you, Tom.
Another one
I'm right there with you.
That's some of these, crazy. I'm doing the right things, and then at the last bit of it, it's something's off, and it's either a miss or incompletion or something just not on the same page, or so that's the area that I really want to get on the same page with the guys, and then from my side of it is doing everything right, and then you miss. And so it's just sharp focus, and sharpening my focus even more, and just making sure, starting fast and having that sharp focus from the beginning.
What is the key to starting fast? I mean, everybody talks about it. Something that you can practice.
Yeah, something you can practice, but also something I think just like I keep using these analogies and references and stuff, but it's just like, sometimes just seeing the first basket go in and getting your first completion, and just kind of seeing the the pass being caught, whatever pass it is, whether it's a deep shot, intermediate, short, whatever it is, just finding that first completion and getting into your receiver's hands or tight ends or whatever, and letting them go to work.
Caleb, as a court, a lot about you and Ben being a long-term partnership. What are you seeing in this first year that feels like a really good foundation for years to come? Not just what's working now, but things that you think you guys will be able to apply next year and beyond.
Yeah, I think some of the communication we have. I mean, we're with each other every single day at this point, damn near. And so it's us, our communication, the open communication, us having talks about family. Us, I think it's just the bond that we're building throughout this is what will help us grow together, but also as an offense. And so that's one. And then I think just the details that this offense takes, it's going to take a little bit more than a year or so to be able to kind of get on his level of communication, to where, you know, I can go and speak to the guys and, you know, everything's aligned between him and I, and we're basically saying the exact same thing. So that when he speaks to the guys, when I speak to guys, when the wide receiver, when the tight end coach, everybody, you know, that it's all aligned in one, and it all makes sense when we all speak. And so I think that's a part of it. And then I think just the details for me, you know, the details that and the discipline that he shows and that we've been, you know, trying to harp on, you know, throughout this time here so far. So I think those are the three things I would say.
Early on in that relationship, when you were talking about goals with Ben, what were the discussions about playoffs and how to manage that mentality?
Yeah, I think the playoff mentality, the championship mentality, that's what we, you know, that's where we want to be. That's where you want to be every year. That's you don't go into a year, whether it's your first year or 10th year, you don't go into a year not thinking about that. So that's one. And then, you know, managing those expectations, or, you know, managing, you know, actually being possibly in that position or whatever case maybe, or being in that position, you know, that's going to take experience. That's going to take, you know, trusting in him. That's going to take, you know, us just trusting the process.
When you talk about the process of assessing extreme cold and then finding your groove within it, knowing what you're going to be facing this weekend.
He used to.
I've played in some cold games
Like,
already
what
here,
area
and I've
is
played
he
in cold
from?
games before. You know, I believe that, you know, weather and elements don't bother me, and so you know, just being able to get warm, get my body warm, and then go out there and, you know, deliver good balls to my guys and let them go make plays.
The fucking Bears.
Nah, Bears.
QB1 talking about every fucking thing that he do, every move he make, every step he take. So that's that's funny.
That's the song lyrics,
man.
I just
Hey,
heard
it's
it. I
true.
heard it in my head though.
Y'all, you sang it.
I
you
can
s-
see him with the curly hair. I'm too
So
old for this.
Wes, he quoted MJ.
I know.
He quoted MJ. Little Kobe in there.
He watched the podcast. I say it all the time. I say I don't like
They
use the
just got
basketball
on your
analogy though,
ass. They was getting on your ass for putting him and MJ and Kobe and them in the same sentence last time we was on here. They was on your head about that. Them fucking Vikings fans that showed up on the post game.
I don't get no fuck them. They live in they don't nobody care. They Vikings fans.
Right.
They don't get ain't no service in the basement.
Vikings fans featuring Giants fans.
Yeah, they know.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy how they want it to be down bad, so
Yeah.
bad.
That's fine.
They talked about the pass rushers too that we faced. Let's just take a minute to go down the line of the pass rushers and pass rush units that we faced. I don't know what y'all think. We'll start week 1.
We went through it before the season started. Man.
Jonathan Grenard, he was one of the better guys last year. I don't know if he playing that well this year. He missed some games, but he's a dog in his own right. Go to week 2. Aiden Hutchinson. That motherfucker just got a max deal. He's a dog. What was it, week 4? Max Crosby. Cocaine Cowboy. That's another one you didn't face. Right? Was that week 4? No,
that was week.
Was Dallas week 4?
Dallas was week 3.
Okay.
That was the comeback game. Yeah.
And then you go through a stretch where you ain't got, you got some little easy ones without the pass rush.
Let's see.
And then
the Steelers.
Then you go to the Steelers. TJ Watt. Because remember, because when we would have faced Trey Hendrickson, but the Bengals, he was out. Yeah, he was out.
No. Before TJ, before that we got to hit Mr. Spin Cycle. Remember that guy that
Giants?
Yeah, Brian Burns.
Brian Burns.
He's third in NFL in sacks right now.
The entire unit There go Shot Text jumping in there. Yes, the entire unit. But Burns was leading the league at that time.
Mm-hmm.
Then you go to TJ Watt. So at this point, I stopped counting, but that's 6, 5, 6, or whatever the fuck.
It's about 8. I think it's 6 because you got to put Minnesota twice.
Okay, so now let's keep going then. So you got Minnesota again, right? Which we talked about. Then after that, you got so it went Minnesota, TJ
Watt, then the champs.
Then you got Philly's entire group. You got Philly's entire group, and trust me, if you thought, yeah. But if you thought it was gonna get easy, like okay, we didn't face them up, it's only gonna get tougher. You go from Philly to Micah fucking Parsons,
who we thought we ducked. Didn't we think we ducked him because he got traded before we played him?
Right. We thought we ducked him. Motherfucker showed it back up in the worst way. In the worst way. I ain't gonna lie. We did what we had to do against him. But man, I don't want to face him twice a year. I really don't. I really don't want to see him twice a year. But all right, now you got Myles Garrett. Yeah. If you thought Micah was good, this dude is way better. And that's crazy to say way better than Micah. That's insane, right? And guess what you got after that? Spin the block right back to Micah. Like 49ers been hurt. Nick Bosa. You would have had Nick Bosa after the Micah run. You would have had Nick Bosa, right? But he's out for the year.
Mm-hmm.
And then Aiden, that's it, fellas. That shit is insane. I don't think people realize it, but that shit is insane. And thank fucking goodness, our O-line has been playing what I call them Super Bowl. That's a Super Bowl O-line, man. Give that O-line to a seasoned team with a quarterback that's been in the same system for 5 years or whatever the fuck. They've been doing this with the same head coach, yada yada yada. Oh, that's a Super Bowl O-line. That's a Super Bowl O-line.
And they only managed 20 sacks, and we ain't gonna get half of that last season at 68.
Fellas, I'll give you. Let me. What's up?
No, I was looking at how many sacks Caleb has. It's only 20.
He's only at 20.
Only at 20.
And I remember coming into the season in the offseason when we did these shows. I said, I need you to just cut 68 in half. He's gonna beat that. At one point, I said, look, people, Caleb is just gonna be a quarterback that gets sacked a lot. He gets sacked a lot. I was wrong. I was definitely wrong. Caleb not gonna be a quarterback that just gets sacked a lot. He's not. And you can see that. He's gonna get better than he is this year. So I got a question for y'all though. This is the first of the questions for the guys. I got more for later, but this is the first of the questions for the guys. Is Caleb Williams' completion percentage? What is it at right now? Exact number. I don't got some change. 58 and some change. Wes, if you can find that
56.
Nah, he said 50. Nah, he said 50. Wes, if you can find that exact number.
It's 57.8. So
57.
I win.
8.
I was closest without going over mixed it, so I win.
Right.
That's how the prices. Right. That's how the prices right works.
So my question for the guys is that completion percentage hurting the team? Is Caleb completion percentage hurting the team? And we can dive but y'all know what I mean by hurting the team. Is it hurting the team?
I go for absolutely not. I wouldn't say it's hurting the team, and I would say if it's not hurting the team. I mean, we see what we're doing with that. I mean, we could say with all the newness of the staff, and we could talk about everybody else getting, climatized, accommodated to what's new and what we're doing now. We could talk about like what the receivers and the route running, the depths of the route, what they're talking about. Like, I think it's like watching a kid walk for the first time. You see him fall down. It's like, is it really hurting the kid? No, but you do want them to, start walking as soon as possible. But I don't think that they getting hurt per se. It's not damning,
Right. Wes used a dad reference.
I got 47 kids. I'm like Phillip Rivers now. Rivers got too many kids. But no, I don't think it's hurting.
Yeah, I would say I don't really think it's hurting. Because I think it exists because he's throwing 35 fucking passes a game. Like, I think that's hurting more than his percentage is. The amount of times we're passing the ball is hurting us more than him and his efficiency right now. Like, because you got to consider, like, some of that is him throwing shit away. Some of that is, what I'm saying, him being a little bit inaccurate. Some of the shit was drops and all this. It's not just him not making 43% of his passes. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's not what it is. It's different things that play into what that 43% consists of. But I think if they were passing less, meaning that they putting the ball on the ground more, you kind of challenging these to stay true to their defense, not try to scheme up all these different crazier things. They try to come up and, you know what I'm saying, and stick closer to the line of scrimmage, and then you get Caleb being a lot more lethal. So I don't think it's hurting now.
Bare truth. Where you been at? It's been look who Sherry popped in here too.
Yeah.
Y'all missed.
We can come back with a vengeance.
Some good football talk. Y'all really missed some good football talk. Y'all jumping in here and tuning in a little late.
This.
Because
I saw what Tom just said.
Oh, Tom.
This is
Tom's.
Yeah, I want to see if how can I notice that.
I'll just.
All right, hold on.
I'll just.
You can talk about your. Answer your question, Mark.
No, absolutely not. There's numbers out there that show that it's not hurting the team. First of all, it's the win-loss record. You know what I mean? He's working OT, breaking my back. No, I feel it. So I've been working a lot myself, but I really do wish you was here for that first segment when we ranked the plays, ranked the top 5 plays that cost us the game, and showed the footage to it too. So go back and look at that as well. Sherry said, "Bro, you don't know. I felt like I just got hit with a Glock." Watching that game winning pick.
Hey,
oh man,
a little different from how you described it. Mixed it. You said it was like you light a firework,
firecracker that's just a dud.
Don't go off as a dud, and you got hit with a Glock. So those kind of different. So yeah. So well. To
go back to Tom.
There you go, Tom.
Tom said, look at Josh Allen. Look at Josh Allen's first few years completion percentage. Really doesn't matter. If he can act as an effective leader and motivator, especially with Ben's motivation as well, we will keep winning. And our goal is take it. He's running the offense, though. You know what I mean? He's running the offense. At times, this offense looks like nobody can stop it. Run, pass, play action, QB keeps, and then throw your little fucking extra Ben Johnson wrinkle shit in there. At times it does feel like, like this is easily a top 3 offense in the league.
And this is
go ahead.
This Josh Allen through, I think, 16 games, and this is Caleb through 13 games. By the way. And they both second years right here. So this is what I meant about, like, when people talk about how people have short memories. Like, if you look at them now, like the last few years, they like Josh Allen. He carrying the Bills. Which, I mean, if you watch him, he kind of is carrying the Bills. He does. I ain't gonna lie. But this is what you get when you just take your time and you don't rush the recipe.
Yeah,
my bad.
Because Josh Allen now is like he one of them ones.
He just won an
Like,
MVP.
Yeah. Yeah, and that was crazy because at the time they was looking at Josh Allen like it's either gonna be a touchdown or it's gonna be a pick. Like,
yeah,
there's no in between with you. You know what I'm saying? But as he's gotten, more seasoned in his game, he's gotten more lethal with it. It's coming with time. It's the same thing for Lamar. When Lamar first came into the league, they swore up and down he would never be able to be a good passer.
Yep.
They started talking about he should look at being a receiver or some shit because he's tall and he got hands and he fast or whatever they, you know what I'm saying? And last year we looked at him have 45-5?
Something like that.
Insane.
He's fucking playing crazy. Like,
his best
Yeah.
season yet, and he didn't win MVP. I think we talked about it, Wes, on here.
Mm-hmm.
EU and I forget whoever it was. I went with Josh. I did. I watched every game he played last year. He was on my fantasy team, so I watched him every single game. I don't watch everybody on my fantasy team, but I watch my quarterbacks, and I watched them. He was all they had. Now, my argument for Lamar against Lamar was, I mean, you got Derrick Henry too. Josh don't got a Derrick Henry. James Cook's good. He's not Derrick Henry. So, but yeah. So, look, Caleb, it's early. It's early. If y'all just listening to him, he mentioned it again. Language. Caleb is thinking how I'm thinking. At some point, he's gonna be able to teach this offense to the team. All the new guys you bring, the rookies that we draft, Caleb's going to be able to teach it to them, but echoing exactly how Ben Johnson wants it. You know what I mean? Now it's not like he can't really do that right now. He can give him an idea, but it's not going to be exactly how Ben Johnson wants it because he don't know it. So they don't get there. That's why I never wavered on Caleb. The talent is that the shit that he was doing in that game against the Packers, boy, when he's warm, that's another thing though. I would like him to play like that all 4 quarters, but when that motherfucker warmed up, he's different. He's definitely different. And
that's why I said this was like a 65%. I don't even say 60. I'm gonna say 45% Bears team to me. And I'm taking a lot of that percentage off to say our injuries on the defense is not, which didn't bring us 4 stretches. I know everybody got injuries. I get it. I understand all that. But the effort that they put in, it just felt like they didn't give a lot of it. And yeah, man. Like you said, they could do apology for what?
For fucking what?
I was glad that you addressed it because I didn't want to cut you off.
For what? Sending y'all money so y'all can still be a franchise all these years?
Keep them alive? Like, it's fucking dumb.
You want to talk about? Let's talk about
what? It's okay. It's fine. Y'all got the W, but we got a chance to spin the block. That's the thing. Spin the block.
I think some of these football fans didn't see the towers fall. Fucking babies.
That too. A lot of them is young and dumb and don't really know what this rivalry. They really don't know what's going on now. We've been getting our ass kicked, and I hate to say it. We have been getting our ass kicked. Honestly, look, I don't know if y'all heard this when some sports like Bears people talk about that rivalry and they like lean into it, like when they talking about how much we've been losing. Ain't that kind of cringe to y'all? Like, as Bears fans, we fucking know we've been losing. Like, you ain't got to get on here and Like
they've
I don't know,
lost
overdo you.
But they
8 of the last 10 matchups.
Yeah,
yeah,
like
but you don't act like we don't
play.
play 200 and we don't play over 200. I mean, our record's like 267 or 271 or something like that. You know, that's 600 football games that this team done played against each other. That's what this rivalry is. Now I get it in the recent history of it was this, but it was the 80s and the 70s when we were smacking them around, and then 30s and smacking them around, and we done smacked y'all around. Like it got to a point like early on where George Hallis was like, "Hey, y'all ain't gonna play this season. We ain't got the money. Yeah, let me go. Let me break y'all off. Yeah, pay your players so they can play. Cause I still want to spank that ass a little bit more." That was George Hallis right there. Here goes some money. Here goes some money.
1920 football drive is where Hallis Hall is at.
Come on,
the NFL was started in 1920. Y'all know who the Godfather is. Act like you fucking know it, but I guess some people don't know it. Yeah.
Why should I apologize? So why should we be mad about it? Like, come on, man. No. Good for y'all. Y'all won. Y'all won again. Should we? I mean, we split this year.
Are we about to?
How about that? No. We already did. We already split in 2025. We beat y'all at the beginning of the year before the season ended. Yeah, y'all wanna bring out semantics and split hairs and talk all this. I can make up some crazy shit to say too. All right, we split this year in 2025 so far. We won earlier this year. No way. Now, okay, come the tiebreaker. See y'all in the fortnight.
Yeah, that's gonna be a good game. That's going to be one of the best games of the year, bro.
Gonna be so cold. Saturday night. Mixed it. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Are you ready? Marcus mixed it matchups. Mixed it motherfucking matchups. How would you like this? Would you like to start on the offense or the defensive part of this segment?
We're gonna go offense today.
Jack your body, do. Jack your body, do.
All right, so
we should play.
Last week when we talked about the matchup,
we definitely should play something. Go ahead.
Last week when we talked about the matchup, I had Kyle Monangai and DeAndre Swift up against Quay Walker and Edgerrin Cooper. That was kind of like you know, like when you see like two Rams fighting, how they kind of just like stand up, and then when they charge at each other, it's just like everything around them just stop. That's kind of how that game ended up being, and we kind of seen it a little bit when Kyle Monangai broke, who was it, Quay Walker's helmet?
Yeah,
it was Quay Walker, right?
It was Edgerrin Cooper. Yeah.
It was Edgerrin Cooper. He broke his helmet.
Mm-hmm.
But that kind of was a toe-to-toe thing with, you know, like we averaged over 4 yards a carry, but though they linebackers also led the team in tackles. They was flying with us.
Cooper had 11 tackles in that game.
Quay Walker had 7.
Quay Walker, yeah. Yep.
It had combined for 18. They made a big difference, but it just goes to show that like that game came down to the wire. Like they were hitting on, you know, they were flying around. We were hitting on our run plays, and that game came down to the last snap. You know, like, so we didn't let them wreck the game. They didn't let us wreck theirs. They kind of got away with a sneaky one, but we'll see.
So for this week, we got tackles versus edges?
We got Darnell Wright and Ozzie Chappelle against Myles Garrett and Alex Wright. Myles Garrett obviously is a next level talent. We're gonna talk about it, but Myles Garrett ain't the only one on the field. So we're gonna talk about who started on the opposite side of him too, and what he brings to the table. Because when one of them ain't against, when Myles Garrett ain't against one of these guys, it's gonna be the other one, most likely. So, just highlighting what we got going on offensively for us. Ozzie Trapillo, he took over as at that left tackle spot. And since then, he's taken 294 total snaps. 160 of those have been pass protection. But in that, he hasn't given up any pressures. He's allowed one QB hit, one sack. I mean, no sacks, no penalties. And just so y'all are, understanding, the difference between, because I was kind of thinking about it too, like most people won't get it as far as like how you get qualified as a QB hit without pressures. A QB hit is technically a stat generated after the QB releases the ball on the pass. So that's basically like them kind of letting go at the end. So that this will be part of like those stats that they consider like hurries, like QB having to get the ball out quick, stuff like that. QB hits are a part of that stat. Go ahead.
If y'all don't, I don't remember right. I don't remember. Can y'all? When did Ozzie?
What game did he come in?
Yeah. When did he? What game was that? Was it Pittsburgh? No.
Before Pittsburgh.
Before Pittsburgh. So we had Vikings before Pittsburgh, and then before Vikings we had,
I think,
Bengals.
I think Theo play with the Bengals or how, man?
Theo was there for the Ravens, I'm sure. So it was
all the way back there. No, you said Theo.
Theo was there for the Ravens game. I'm sure it's either the Vikings game or that Bengals game. It's got to be one of the two.
What game was that? Let me look at the Vikings.
Damn. Nah, y'all had me. I had to go back to that stat. I had to see. I didn't get to see Michael Parsons' stat line.
Yeah, no.
That was
so go ahead. I'm gonna look at this. I'm gonna try to find when Ozzie came in real quick, but just keep reading down the numbers. I do because I want to. Ozzie's not the reason I ask is Ozzie's numbers. They kind of like intrigue me a little bit because of like 0 penalties, 0 sacks allowed, only 1 hit, 0 pressures. Yeah. We just talked about who we've been playing, what D lines and what edge rushers we've been going up against. So I need to look and see when he jumped in. So go ahead, keep going.
To be honest with you, he because now mind you, before it wasn't like he had these aren't all snaps as a starter, because he was lining up out there in jumbo sets and stuff like that. He wasn't just not playing, but it was kind of like the role that they got Theo in now. It's kind of flopped. Whereas like Theo would be in, Ozzie would come in when they have heavier sets and stuff like that. But now that he's the starter, that's kind of what I envisioned it being for Theo, even though he kind of went down with an injury. And like you said, they let the next man up take some snaps, and he's proven to do better on that left side than what we initially thought. When he kind of got removed from the left tackle competition early in the season. Yeah. So
I do have it. It was the Steelers. It was so the Steelers game was his first game starting over Theo. So he's been in for Steelers, Eagles.
I forgot about that.
Packers, Steelers, Eagles, Packers.
Week 12. Yeah. So he ain't like, so that's why I put his total snaps up there, because like if you look at all these other stuff, you would think that he having a better time than Darnell Wright, but Darnell Wright has played significantly more than him. And on top of that, Darnell Wright also, he tore his UCL at some point, so he was playing with a brace on, and I think he only missed one game, where
he missed one game in the Raiders game.
Yeah, where Theo took over that side.
Yep, and they snatched Braxton about the game. But I like back to Trapillo real quick.
Smart highlight of the season.
Yeah, I love that. I love that moment. That's when I knew we was different. I swear to God, I knew we was different. But to play, he's only been in 3 games, Trapillo. Pittsburgh, Eagles, Packers. Those are 3 huge games. Like them D lines are not weak. We talked about TJ Watt going up against Darnell Wright all game. That's kind of how Myles Garrett play. He stay on that same side most of the game. Not as much as TJ. He might move a little bit, but Myles Garrett Myles Garrett's gonna be going up against
Darnell.
No,
No.
Ozzy. He's gonna be
Ozzy?
going. Yeah, he's gonna be going. He's a right end.
Mm.
He's gonna be on that side most of the game. That's the crazy part. So that's really why I wanted to look at this, because Ozzy's gonna have a tougher challenge than Darnell will. Darnell got the other guy. Who's the fucking other guy? Alex Wright. And then when we went against TJ Watt, who he literally played up against Darnell all game. Who was the other guy? Was it Highsmith, Eggsmith, or something?
Hick
Steelers.
Yeah, Hick Smith or something.
Was it Alex Highsmith?
Alex Highsmith was. And we just we talked about, we did a mixed matchup. I believe it was. He wasn't no punk either. And then you look at these numbers, you still got 0 penalties, 0 sacks, 0 or 1 hit, 0. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, that's impressive to me. That's really impressive. And Wes, you know how I felt Ozzy playing left tackle. You know how I felt at first about him playing that. I'm impressed. I'm impressed about what this kid is doing.
Thank you.
Yeah, and I think that's a big credit to the veteran leadership that they got in that offensive line room, because Joe Tooney, Drew Dalman, Jonah Jackson, they much more than that they are good players or whatever, but it's them being able to kind of bring him in, and he's showing what we want in terms of being that presence that's going to kind of show up like a veteran. He's going to play hard. He's not going to give up free yardage on penalties and stuff like that or whatever. Whereas we talked about it for a little bit where I think Darnell got a false start or something 3 weeks in a row. And we hold on, I don't know what you got going on, but you need to cut it out because this is killing drives. You know what I'm saying?
Pissing me off, man.
So yeah, Darnell Wright has played a lot more snaps, but of course his numbers are higher and stuff like that. He's been going against what we just talked about, Watt and stuff like that. But make no mistake about it, Darnell Wright is also having a really good year at that left tackle. I mean, at that right tackle spot. And even more so, he's having what I feel like has been probably his best showing as a run blocker since he's been in the league. I think Darnell Wright having that ability on the run game is really kind of turned the corner for him a little bit, because he's really getting out the guys. We don't we just talked about Trapio being not as formidable in the run game with the play that we talked about earlier, but as a pass protector, he's been kind of hitting on all cylinders.
He's been better than Theo. And that's exactly why he's starting. That I'm telling you, that's exactly why he's starting.
Ben Johnson talked about him wanting guys to be able to pass protect on the island.
Yes.
And Ozzy's been proven to be able to do that. So I think that we might be looking so we're gonna see. But that's what I got for offense.
That's a big statement. That is a big statement, because if that is true, it gives you so much flexibility in the draft, and not only the draft, but free agency, because you don't have to. If you're gonna take a left tackle, it has to be a high pick. You cannot grab a later pick and think he's gonna be a piece there, a long-term piece there. It has to be a high pick. And if you think Ozzy doing well and we got our long-term guy, it frees up a first round or even a second round pick.
We was talking earlier, at some point we felt, especially with him not being on the field, we felt like maybe we drafted him too high. in that spot or whatever. But now it's just like he's clearly taking on that role as that left tackle spot, and he's doing pretty well with it. So I don't know if like early on if what they felt like they didn't see, but he's turned the corner for us. So we just need to keep doing what we're doing with him.
Dan Roshar.
Yeah.
Dan Roshar.
Dan
Roshar. Like I said, hey, Mark, I remember we looked up, I was like, Dan Roshar, let's see what and I looked at he had one of those IMBD kind of resumes that just movie since John Wayne was on horseback. Like he's been coaching offensive line since John Wayne was in movies. Like I think it went back to like the
good
60s,
ones.
dudes. He had some good ones. And like I said, what he doing with these guys, man, it's like I said, what this coaching staff is doing with it. That's why I'm like, at this point in the season, like I know we had our wishes and our thoughts and our what ifs and who could and who couldn't. And right now I'm looking at it and I'm like, damn, I feel good to be wrong about a lot of this shit.
Don't it? Like, especially Ozzy. Especially Ozzy. I'd never look. Keep it a buck. Like
I called it. I said draft him. I said he could do it. I just didn't know. Like I said, I thought it would take. Like I said, I thought it would be some time to see.
He graded out well in college too. Like that to see it translate this NFL.
Yep,
it's
exactly.
like that's what we like. Okay, hold on, because I didn't think it'd be like that either. Like what you was just saying. Like hopefully it works out, but now that we're here, it's like okay, I feel good about the move that y'all made. And if it do work out long term, then this is another pick you got to give credit for to Poles. Because
that's see, mix it.
Y'all don't want to give
much. I ain't saying y'all. Look. I am not saying what I'm not going to comment on what you're saying. I'm just saying.
You know why? I would
stir a pot that you don't want to stir.
Why?
I know what to say and not to say.
If he was somebody that we felt was a flop, we definitely gonna credit it to Poe. So why wouldn't you if he did well?
Because I'm not giving credit to Ryan Poles for drafting Caleb. I'm not giving credit to Ryan Poles for drafting Rome. These are layups. These are the picks that should hit. I give credit to Ryan Poles for find me a third round guy that comes in because we've seen what you did with Javon Dexter. He stinks. I ain't look. I ain't gonna say he stinks. But in my opinion, he stinks. But to the football world, he's okay.
I mean, he will.
Where's Zach Pickens go? Third round pick. God. You know what I'm saying? Like
we went through this. That's why
I need you to make your money. Don't.
I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that this is like tipping the scales.
Yeah.
I'm just saying that it's something that you can add on to the side of stuff that he did right in terms of helping solve the left tackle issue.
Nah, he a second rapper. You better call him Mananga. Say Mananga would be.
There you go, boy. Hey,
Mananga is an outlier though. Like
for Poles,
right.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's what
like.
Not for Kansas City, they do it all the time. Pacheco was they've been doing this type of shit. You know what I mean? But for Poles, absolutely, he's an outlier.
We did it. We did it. Mixed it. We did the offseason thing. We went through Ryan Poles first and second. We're like, oh yeah, the first and second was nice. I ain't even gonna lie, and like. I ain't even look, and this is the only reason I ain't getting into it because me and Mike Rob, we went through it already. I looked at those third round picks, and that shit was atrocious. It was undefendable.
You gotta give props for Rome because he was finna trade up, and that was idiotic that he was about to trade up. He was about to trade, and he was gonna fall right in your lap. Like you finna give up more draft. Okay, look, let's not do this.
Out.
Yeah, let's.
We took Ozzy in the same round, so I feel like, oh no, like we just gonna have a difference in opinion in terms of what you give them credit at. But
no. My thing is this because look, like I said, I'm second round picks, first round picks. Like you better, especially first. Like your first round pick better start for you. Second round picks better be good for you. They better play. They better contribute right away, though. I need Poles to hit in the third, the fourth. Like, give me some of those guys. And even the third round pick should be closer to playing. Poles doesn't hit late for real. Like, he doesn't really. I mean, Luther's good. Luther's like, you know what I mean? Like, I can't give credit for making layups. That's all. If you on a fast break, I'm not finna like shake you, like jump up and down. You just snap. You made a layup. Good job. You
should
better
have dunked the ball.
You should
You should have dunked the ball.
Kyler was a good pick, but everybody knew he was a good player. He should have been a first round. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like Luther, he was a first round guy too. I can't give you credit for that. Luther failed in the draft because his character. You know what I mean? Should have been a first round pick. I can't give you credit for that, but you should have drafted that guy in Baltimore. What the fuck is his name? Green, Mike Green?
Oh, Mike Green, yeah.
Yeah,
we talked about him for a minute.
We talked about him for a minute. Like,
he went and got Hippolyte. I think did he go?
Hippolyte.
Did he pick Hippolyte before him? Because I know Mike dropped for him.
Hippolyte was a fourth round draft pick.
Mike Green, what hell? Mike Green third? Did he drop into the third round?
He dropped. Mike Green dropped.
He didn't go before Hippolyte though. I mean, no, he didn't go after Hippolyte though.
No,
he definitely went before him. I don't think he dropped to the third.
He did.
I think he went second.
I'm gonna look it up.
I don't know. Wait, who went second?
Mike Green.
He might have. I know he went before Hippolyte though, for sure.
I'm pretty sure. I'm just saying, like, did he drop close?
Look. I got vendetta. There's certain people that I got vendettas with on this team. And until they show me otherwise, I can't turn the corner on those. Braxton Jones was one of them. Javon Dexter was another. And I would say West, right? The third biggest one is probably Poles, right? For me, that I've been like
on a bumper.
Yeah, Braxton,
Javon, Poles.
Yeah, about those three. I've been critical of guys, but those three are the ones. I would have fired Brian Poles. I would have. As soon as I would have fired him, he wouldn't be here right now. So that's just me. So
honorable mention Tory Taylor.
Oh my God. Okay, yeah, let's move on. Let's move on. Wes playing. Wes is playing.
Oh, fuck.
All right. So we talked about Ozzy. So back to Ozzy real quick though. Hell of a he's playing some good football. Still, and the beauty of it is he's playing good football and he's only can get better. You know what I mean? Yep. Like whatever issues we talking about or I'm talking about, he has a lot of time. He's not like he's in year 4 or 5 like Braxton. Right. You know what I mean? The dude got, man, I love it. I love it, man. I love it. Wes.
You know me. Hey, look, you know me. I called it out, and then the text during the draft, I say, "Yo, look at this giant."
You texted me before we drafted him.
We got to get this dude from Boston College, get him right here. And you're like, I don't know if he can play left tackle. I'm like, I mean, if he got a little bit of experience, if we can build them up, because remember we was talking about that, building our own kind of players, you know, instead of going to get it, because we had just spent, a king's ransom on our inside of our line. So it was just kind of like, let's get some guys that we can build up that look like it and got the traits. And I'm like, well, shit, if we're gonna talk about everybody gonna talk about traits every fucking single day, I look at this dude and he's a left tackle. He's the size of a fucking left tackle.
I hate traits so much. I hate traits.
I would just use it.
I got that,
but and I'm like, this dude, and like I said, rough start, but hey, if Dan Rochard can keep doing what Dan Rochard is doing, man, it just baffles me on how actually bad our coaching staff was last season.
Sure, I mean, well, that's a Ryan Poles thing too. But look, I don't want to keep going with Ryan Poles though. But so let me look at Darnell real quick though. So in mixed, I got the defense queued up for you too. But 10 penalties, 2 sacks allowed, 2 hits, 17. Great. Give me a grade. What is y'all like overall grade from what y'all seen from Darnell Wright this season? Because like
B minus out the gate.
Okay.
I wouldn't give him higher than a B plus because I think he's the most penalized offensive lineman on the team.
Mm-hmm. I think so too.
And that kills drives. When you start entering a conversation of Pro Bowl this, Pro Bowl that, these are the type of things that I say you have to put more weight on them now. Because of the type of caliber that you're trying to enter yourself in as a player, because the competition around you is going to do the exact same thing. I think this goes hand in hand with the conversation that I was having before when I was saying, when you see players like Watt across the field, Garrett across the field, Crosby across the field, you no longer look at these players as challenges. You look at them as opportunities, because if you go out there and you make them have a bad day, you further cement yourself in this conversation of, I'm a top talent offensive tackle in this league. So because we talking about him being at a Pro Bowl level, you got an issue with something?
I'm thinking. Of course I do. I'm just thinking. No, keep going. I was letting you finish your thought.
Finish it out. Finish it out. Then we'll Wes jump in there.
That was pretty much the point of what I was saying anyway.
Because Darnell Wright is a big talking point in Bears community. Wes, what you thinking? He said B minus. What you got?
I'm giving him a B plus. I like I said, I'll give him an A, but just like you said, the penalties drop him out of the A category. But for me, it's like I'm not gonna even harp too much on a lot of the penalties because it was more a part of them all getting their shit together and understanding and getting that chemistry, and a lot of those penalties happening early on in the league. But honestly, out of all of the offensive players, I mean, if we took 5 offensive players, I guarantee Darnell Wright got more highlights than the rest of the offense, and that's including the quarterback of what he done to. No, I'm not saying got the most. I'm saying including a quarterback. If Caleb is 1, Darnell Wright is probably 2 or 3. You know what I mean? And I'm not trying to omit. That's what I'm saying. That's how drastic it is. Like you know who my guys is, the catchers on the team, and I'm putting his highlights and what he's done to someone like you just put it out there, Mark. What he done to some of these great pass rushers and stuff. He not only handled his business on a lot of these dudes. It's gonna be at the end of the season. I guarantee it's gonna be like a 3 or 4 minute Darnell Wright mixtape on what he did to the Barneses and to the Michaels and to the pancakes and to the just dominant. He's doing the exact opposite of what Ozzie is kind of doing. Ozzie is holding his own for sure.
Very consistent.
Same
thing with Ozzie. You're gonna see the
same. You know what I mean?
Thing.
But he ain't embarrassing dudes. It's games that Darnell Wright has got dudes just saying he's standing over these, he's flipping in these stuff, he's slamming these stuff. He's taking the next best great defensive lineman on teams who's supposed to be this from last year's draft or this year's draft, and he's driving them and taking their ass to their mama house outside of the game across the whole field. You know what I mean? So, and I get what you said about the penalties and all that, and I blame that on just our team early on being young too, not being in sync and all that kind of stuff. That could be good. But what he's actually doing when you go see and you go look at the tape and be like, hey, look, you finna go up against him. And if you ain't healthy, if you ain't on your shit, he gonna turn you upside down, flip you on the ground, and then when they win, he gonna go down the field and do a cartwheel at the end of the game. That's why he gets that. That's what I see on the field. I ain't even talking about stats and all that other kind of stuff. I'm seeing what he's actually doing to some of these guys. How he's driving some of these guys down to the ground. How he's just embarrassing some of these defensive linemen who everybody said was going to be way better. And like I said, if they get credit for 1 sack a game, I got to give him credit for 2 good pancakes or 3 good drives off of the field. If that's what he did that game.
Well, first off, before you go, Mark Rob.
Yeah, go ahead.
Wes, you got some recency bias. I'm gonna tell you his penalties on the year. Week 1, false start, Minnesota. Yeah.
Oh, you going game by game.
Week 2, false start versus Detroit. Week 3, offensive holding, and an ineligible man downfield versus Dallas. That's what you were saying in the early part of the season. Week 9 versus the Giants, false start. Week 11 versus the Vikings, illegal formation. Week 12 versus the Steelers, offensive holding. Week 13 against the Eagles, offensive holding. Week 14 against the Packers, offensive holding. So he's not just getting stuff early on in the year, but they do count. And to kind of just kind of reinforce what I was saying about, because I get what you're saying. Like, he does have a lot of highlights, and I'm not taking any of that away from him. But the same way I said, like, the same way that I said, like, because you're entering that conversation, when, like, you have to start tipping the scales in terms of what your expectation is. The bad weighs more because you're not Ozzy just holding your own. You know what I'm saying? The good is supposed to happen because you're a top tier talent, or that's what you lead us to believe. So I'm looking at those 10 penalties and I'm saying, yeah, you know, but he did take 600 some snaps, but you are talking about being a Pro Bowl talent. So, like, because of that, I can't get to a B+. That's all.
Yeah, but 4 of those is arguably not even on him. 2 of those holds you talked about, everybody argued that wasn't a hold on Darnell Wright. We argued about
you can't do that. You can't do that because it does. You can't
you see
do
what I'm
that.
saying?
You cannot
So
do
if you
that.
want to talk about,
you cannot do
that's what
that
I'm saying.
because
Wait,
there's
so
going to be
Darnell-
penalties given to people all year long that they
Darnell
don't
didn't have
deserve.
a penalty. He didn't have multiple penalties in one game.
He had 2 in one game.
I know it was a game where he had multiple in one game.
Yeah.
Okay,
He had the Cowboys. I know he had 2.
Okay.
He actually had the first 3 weeks. He had 2 apiece.
It was rough early on. It was rough
The first
early
3
on.
weeks. He had a false start and an offensive holding, a false start, and he got penalized for a chop block against the Lions, and then an ineligible man downfield. Those was his first 3 weeks.
So did y'all by any chance get to catch Darnell Wright on what was dude podcast? Bear Truth, you might have known.
When he talked about the offensive line and how he's been developing, and Dan Roche.
Yeah,
I saw his interview. Yes,
you saw the interview. It was
I did.
good. It was good.
It was a great interview.
Darnell Wright don't talk. He's not vocal. It was Darnell Wright in that interview said he had worries of he had confidence issues in himself. People will tell him like, "Oh, you like this, you good." Like, this NFL level. He's in the NFL. You're really good. You got this, and he would think like, "No, I'm not that good." This and that. You kind of see that in Darnell's play. Wes, I pointed out this game, like he got blew up. He was like on one of those crack tosses. He was a lead blocker. I think it was 33. He popped his ass, just lit. Like, I don't know what Darnell was doing. My thing with Darnell is he's inconsistent to me still. He's inconsistent. Like, John Martin coming in with A-. John Martin, absolutely. He does play like that sometimes. He does. But the lowest grade I've seen was a B-, right? Who gave mixed?
I gave a big B-.
You gave a B-. He does play like a B. Honestly, I saw some C shit in this game. Some C shit on Caleb's sack. He didn't touch a soul. Inconsistency. But I do think the B+ that you gave, and I think Imposter is insane. But I do think Bear Truth gave a B+. John Martin right there with me. B-, B+. He's right. He is right there. He's right in there. We do want him to be here. A-. This is a contract year for him, ain't it, fellas? Like, am I tripping? You don't have, like, it's time for you to get your money, right? What I'm looking at right now, either we gonna overpay for Darnell Wright, or he gonna take a team-friendly deal, I guess. Like, I want to pay him a lot of money that he deserves. You know, I want to give out a contract that says, yes, he deserves that fucking deal. You know what I mean? Every contract we've been giving out to dudes, we could be like, maybe Kyler deserved it, but I mean, that dude's hurt as fuck all the time. Cole Kmet, clearly, you know I didn't like that deal. Who else we gave out contract re-signed? The other one was Jalen Johnson. And it's like, you see what's going on with Jalen. I want to give out a contract like they gave to Aiden Hutchinson, where you like, hell yeah. Hell motherfucking yeah. I don't know if we're gonna get that with Darnell Wright. I think we still gonna have question marks surrounding Darnell Wright. So with the B-, B+, I'll just go in the middle of both of y'all, and I'll go B. And I think me personally, I want to go lower than the B. I really do. Just because if I want you to be better and more consistent. Not better, be more consistent. So Wright got 2 more years with the option. So he was a first round pick, means he gets a 4-year deal with a player option.
What year was he drafted?
A team option. He was drafted a year before Caleb, right?
That's what I thought. I'm like, was he not a 2023?
Yeah, he had the Jalen Carter draft.
The Jalen Carter draft. Which that's the crazy thing, because Jalen Carter's he's gonna get paid. Jalen Carter's probably gonna I like Wright. Wright's good. I don't want him to go nowhere. If you gotta overpay, but I want to feel like this is 3rd year. I want to feel like he is, you know what I mean? Like, hell yeah, give him 100 and blah blah blah, or 200, whatever the fuck the deal is. I want to be cheering about it like we cheered for DJ Moore, bitch ass, and I ain't gonna. I regret doing that, but okay. Like I said, I'm gonna put myself right in the middle, y'all, with Darnell, right? Good conversation. We're gonna be having that conversation because the deal gonna happen next year or sometime this off season. Jalen Carter is inconsistent as hell. Okay, that's fine, but that kid gonna get paid. I can guarantee that. Like,
they're gonna build around him.
They're gonna pay him. They're gonna pay him. Let's talk about these defensive guys. My bad. That is the wrong way.
Talk about them. They guys.
These guys.
Let's just say the other guy name and then talk about Myles Garrett.
just say, whoa, why did it say 340? Why was he injured? Alex Wright? Was he hurt?
Yeah, Alex Wright. Yeah, so he kind of like over the course of the year, Alex Wright kind of solidified himself as that other starting role. Mm-hmm. But last year he was injured. I think he only took 120 snaps or something last year. But this is his, I want to say, year 4 for him. He's been injured. Last year he went down with a knee, and that kind of just hindered him a lot. In the beginning part of this year, he wasn't taking as many snaps, but now he's kind of solidified himself as the starting role on the other side. But just because, you got Myles Garrett doesn't mean like the other guy don't matter. Like, he put up 23 tackles, 3 sacks, 20 stops. That's the big number. Stops is basically just stonewalling the play. That's a big deal because against this Browns team, especially with the weather being what it's gonna be out here, it's gonna be cold unless y'all knew. Yeah. But it's gonna be very cold. We need to be able to run the ball, and between them two, they combined for 60 stops. That's gonna play a big difference when we get it, especially when we get in these 3rd and 1 situations, and we get popped at the line of scrimmage. So 4th and 1, we change the play call, or we just approach it differently. These are the type of things where it's like those things show up and they matter. But this year he's got 1 forced fumble, 14 total pressures. He's made 3 sacks out of that, but he's played 341 less snaps than Myles Garrett. So that in itself is a big difference, a big difference. Myles Garrett is over 600 snaps for the year. Alex Wright is, I want to say, sub 300. So that's gonna be a big difference. But Alex Wright at the same time, he's not just going to be a pushover. Now, we're going to see him against Darnell Wright. So that's the matchup that you was just talking about, because essentially we should see Myles Garrett for the most part lined up against Ozzie all day long. Unless the Browns want to do something different.
Which they might.
This is a game where it's like, Darnell, we need to see that A- that we was just talking about. We need to see those all pro capabilities that we keep assigning to you. Like, this isn't a game you going against a premier player. This is a game you kind of being given the lesser player between the two. You know what I'm saying? So you definitely got to go out there and hold up on that right side.
So look, let me add to it. First of all, Malik Collins is their D tackle. He's out. He would be here instead of Alex Wright. He has 6.5 sacks on the season. He's out. He's on
go with it originally.
Right, exactly, and he's out. So when you look at this team and mix it, I know you went through this when you was trying to find good matchups outside of Myles Garrett. Like, even on the offensive side of the ball, like, there's not like, I mean, maybe you could have picked one of the old linemen or whatever, but it's like defensively, they just play good as a unit. Nobody else's numbers are even close to like jumping off the page outside of Malik Collins. And 21 sacks. 21 sacks. Guess how many the entire Bears team have?
23.
23. What you got mixed it?
I was
23 or 24.
I thought it was 24 or 25, one of the two.
About 23, 24.
Well, y'all, you're hitting it right on the head. It's 24. It's
Okay.
24 as a team. I mean, and not only is it 24, I think half of those come from CJ, GJ, and fucking safe Jaquan. The safeties and D-backs, you know what I mean? So if you want to cut it down to just D linemen, even lower than that.
It's like
maybe
10. 6.5 to Myles. To Montez. Dom Rob got 1 or 2. And shit. After that, ain't no more list.
It's crazy. It's crazy.
This Dominique Robinson having sacks.
Micah was tough. He's going to be tougher. Y'all heard Caleb talking. We listened to his presser. He said we are trying. Hopefully he doesn't break because it's going to be it's right there. What is it? 20. The record is 22 from Michael Strahan. I want to say. Correct me if I'm wrong.
I think it's 22-5.
22-5. Caleb said we gonna try to not let him break the record on us. That means it's right there. Everybody know it's right there. It's this game. If it ain't this game, it's gonna be next game. But
and it just feels like you ain't gonna be you're not gonna be able to trip him enough. You're not gonna be able to combo block him enough. Another like the difference between Micah and this is the reason why I didn't use Micah as my matchup last week. But Micah's he's very athletic, he's very fast.
He's very fast. That's why Micah said Micah's big whole thing was not letting Caleb beat him around the edge.
Exactly.
Because he got that sideline to sideline speed.
And I'm just thinking to myself like, well, if we do well running the ball, we'll kind of damn near take Micah out of the game. This is not, there's no taking Myles Garrett out of the game. The best you can do is not let him wreck the game because he's going to be active. And what he does differently than Micah Parsons is Myles Garrett will go through you with no hesitation. He's strong as hell. Like, and I really want y'all to understand. Like, Myles Garrett is like an animal compared to Micah Parsons. Like, they are just like if Micah Parsons is an S tier player, like Myles Garrett is SS. Like, he's up there in his own tier right now because what he's bringing to the game on the defensive side is literally what keeps the Browns competitive because they struggle scoring points, at least on a consistent basis. But Myles Garrett, like the same team that we just faced in the Green Bay Packers, they held them to 10. They held them to 10. And we came to the game with basically a non-existent pass rush. So like I like that. John Martin said Khalil Mack of old power wise. Yeah, he's a tank and he's gonna bring that all day long. So we gonna see Ozzy go through a hell of a test with where you got somebody that's that strong, that powerful, and that is committed to coming downhill every play. How well are you gonna hold up? So
The
I think
names.
Go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say the names that the chat bringing up: Bruce Smith, Lil Mack, Reggie White. You got First of all, I didn't know TJ Watt tied.
Yes, he did.
Hand, but I thought I heard that at some. That's insane. Remember, we just talked about the
We
guy
just
that
played against him.
Exactly. This
He
shit
said,
is.
what? That true person said, "What you mean? He gonna break the record on us?"
Yeah, no, he should have said that to give me some confidence. I don't look if it's Caleb not getting sacked twice, more than twice. So if it's
he
2
does,
times,
it'll
he
be
might
one
get
of
it.
them will definitely be his fault. It'll be some shit that he did. Yeah.
But you mentioned Chip. You better chip his ass all game, Ben. Like not you is off. You better run 13 and 12 all game. All game. We got first of all, we got the tight ends to run 13 and 12 all game.
That is also true.
So if you want to keep Durham Smythe in and let
I was gonna say that.
let Colston be this okay, DJ, you cry it. Well, it ain't gonna be DJ, but he ain't crying. Everybody crying about DJ. Dude, you might not, it ain't your game. We got hella tight ends, and there's some good ones out there. Or OZ, you can't play this game. Luther, you getting in. If Rome back, you know what I mean? Even less targets. You get what I'm saying? So it's game flow. I would do that. I'm not letting him go. They're going to make him go up against the Ozzy all game, bro. It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. So can't believe the Cam Ward and them beat them for real. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, and it's crazy because like that, and that's kind of my thing is like, as much as he is a game wrecker, he's not the only part of the game. You know what I'm saying? Like the Browns still got to finish. The Browns still got to finish, even if Myles Garrett goes out there and has a decent game. But that's like that was kind of like where I was thinking about going with it with my matchup as well, because we're gonna have Shadur Sanders, who just had one of the best games a rookie could have had.
Yep.
And he's a rookie going against what DA likes to do with this defense or whatever. Like, we betting like the game plan that you had against Jordan Love is what you need to bring to the table against Shadur Sanders.
Against Shador, exactly.
That's what it should have been. Like, you played a veteran like he was JJ McCarthy, and he showed you better.
Until he started busting y'all head. If he started doing some crazy shit, stop that shit. Because he didn't stop against Jordan Love. He just kept going and going and going and going.
Yeah. But with Shadur, it's like I feel like they're gonna be betting on him to process information slower, which is natural, especially with him being a rookie. So these looks where you getting 8 up on the line of scrimmage and everybody's in press coverage and you got Kevin Byard Dolo in the back, those might work this time. You know what I'm saying? But against Jordan Love, it's like he know exactly what he want to do as soon as he snaps the ball. So
let me just read through, because we all know, honestly, if anybody looks at this team's defensive stats, and I'm focused on defense, if you look at them, you're not gonna find a player that's worthy to talk about for real. Like, and I'm saying that kind of disrespectfully, but also just by numbers. I don't watch the Browns other than Malik Collins. Malik Collins would, but so let me but I'm gonna tell you the stats though. Total yards per game for this defense, they're second. They rank second in the NFL. 295. Passing yards per game, they're number 1 in the NFL in passing yards allowed. Number 1. That's 165 per game. That's insane.
165 is insane.
165 is fucking crazy. Rushing yards, they're 13th, 107. We just saw that's how Cam Ward and them, beat them last week. Points per game, they're 17th, 23, and then third down percentage, 37%. But okay. Oh yeah, I forgot. Hold on. I forgot. Our boy Tevin Jenkins is over there.
He's starting too,
and he will be starting because didn't they lose their guard? They lost the guard went down. It's looking like he gonna be starting. Bear Truth, my boy. That's some good Bears connection right there. Fuck Tevin Jenkins. I hope we put him in the dirt. I really do.
I try not to say stuff.
He didn't block for Caleb or Justin, so I hope he don't block for what's his name, Shador. So, but that's a good defense over there. That's a good defense. I hope the Bears are not overlooking them, fellas. Yeah. I really do. I really hope they're not overlooking them. They're not going to be easy. It's not going to be easy. We might pull away late, but Shador is going to try to play some of his best football. Now, I ain't gonna lie. We all seen what happened last week with him getting taken out on a 2-point conversion.
They got 3 wins. Playing a Wildcat.
Yeah, they got 3 wins, and they are in prime position for a top 3 pick. I think they really won't want to. They don't want Shador coming out here just winning games and fucking up their draft position. That's what I would think. That's what I'm thinking. We've seen it before, so
I don't think Shador is gonna keep looking good and they lose, and Kevin Stefanski is gonna keep this job. I'll say that. If he comes out there and plays like over these last 4 weeks, if he plays anything like what he did against the Titans, and I don't think that he's gonna look like that against the Bears. But it's gonna be real hard for Kevin Stefanski to keep his job, at least in my opinion, because there's a lot of controversy going on with what they got going on. Chris Maddox saying that they could see the Bears winning 19-17 or losing 24-17.
We averaged 26.
Giving up 24 points to them.
Giving them 24 points is more alarming than us scoring less than 20. If we score sub 20, I would imagine that this. If we score sub 20, I would imagine that this is the defense that makes us do it. Because
I'm gonna say this: if we don't put up 20 points, I'm pointing to Ben Johnson. Clearly, they're number 1 in passing yards per game, right? So they're not giving up passing. It's their number 1. They give up 165. So if we lose this game, that tells me Ben didn't run the ball enough again. That's all that tells me. If we score less than 20, so I don't. Okay.
Is Denzel Ward playing?
I believe so. I haven't seen anything that suggested he wouldn't.
I don't know. I looked at me and Mixer. We looked at it. They injury report was so long.
Is he on the report?
I think he was a DNP on the report. Yeah.
Yeah, it's so long. I fell asleep waiting it. So fucking long. Yeah,
Denzel Ward calf. He was a DNP.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just trying to see what's the injury. But look. Remember they got Mason Graham too. Wasn't he a top? What was Mason Graham picked?
I don't know.
I think people forget
first round or second round.
No, he was first round.
First round. He was a lottery pick.
First round.
Top. Yeah, he was.
Was he a lottery
pick?
Yeah, he was absolutely a lottery pick. I think he was like 6th or 7th or something like that. He definitely went high as hell.
Out of Michigan? Hey, True Pilgrim, yeah, I know, out of Michigan. But yeah, he can go sit down next to Stanley ass too. Move somebody off move him off the block. Take everybody out of bounds. Like, I mean, for me, it's contain Myles Garrett. Everybody else is manageable. I'm not saying I'm going to dominate, but they should be manageable.
Mason Graham stinks. Yeah, I'm just saying. I'm just trying to that's a lottery pick that we don't even know about. We forgot about him. So
don't think I wanted the Ohio State running backs.
Junkins,
yeah,
the better one, in my opinion.
You would know.
Let's talk about the playoffs real quick. Cleveland, Green Bay, San Fran, Detroit. The Lions got LA, Pittsburgh, Minnesota, Chicago. Packers got Denver. So I think mixed it. You talked about this last week. We could be in the same position week 16 as we were in this previous week we just was in.
Yeah.
I think the 49ers, like Tennessee, Indy, Chicago, well, oh my God. Okay, well, actually, that's not as easy as I thought it would be.
We own our faith. We own our fate. Sorry.
It's a little bit easier with Indiana not having a Daniel Jones.
With the Indiana not having a quarterback.
Jonathan Taylor, you to death.
What y'all mean? Old man Rivers. That's that dude gonna come.
That shit gonna look worse than the fucking
I don't think so.
5-yard Steelers offense. Every play 5 yards or less.
I ain't gonna lie. It's been almost 5 years since he's played. That's
I don't know, but
that's a long time. I get it, but like, God damn, training camp. You ain't do nothing with. You don't know nothing about nothing about.
Man, he a different generation.
It's the fact that you
built the railroad tracks, man. Help free slaves.
He's not gonna be able to do shit outside of throw 5 and 6, 7 yard passes. Y'all couldn't find nobody else to do that shit. Nobody.
Do you think that's what he gonna do outside? That's all he gonna do?
I really do.
Is he gonna come out there and try to extend his arm for at 44 years old?
Yeah, I don't think he gonna try to extend it.
Who the hell is he proving to anybody?
I don't know. We'll see.
I think you just gotta have a grasp of the offense.
Around, throw his shoulder
he
out.
Do.
They're gonna be down four quarterbacks
to throw it that deep, to start trying to take shots and pick dudes apart. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know, but
he can read
He's gonna
it.
See it.
Yeah, he can read it and throw 5 yards, but I can't see him just moving the ball down the field. Now, you get him in rhythm with Jonathan Taylor, and he's doing what he been. I mean. We'll see. I don't know. I think he got
a good 4-5 tries, like downfield. I'm not.
Boy.
I mean, some things you just don't unlearn. Some things you just don't undo. And you got it once or twice. He might throw a 35-yard bomb, and then that's like, oh yeah, that's it. That was the one. I can't do it again.
Young cats. He gonna get hit by one of them young cats, and them 44-year-old muscles gonna feel it.
You ain't never heard nothing about old man strength. It's okay.
I'm
telling you. I think. I mean, my whole thing is this.
How many more 40-year-old quarterbacks do you need to see before you feel like that's not the move?
Well, I just seen the motherfucker I hate, Aaron Rodgers. He just threw a 45 one. Flacco did. Brady was doing it. Like, I'm not saying less. I mean, Jay Cutler even went on the radio and said, "Hey, should have been if the Bears needed me, I'll go play for Ben Johnson right now."
Shit.
Oh my gosh, did he
like,
say
well,
that? I hope he don't ever go on the radio and talk about us no more.
Who, Jay Cutler?
Yes,
he was on Waddle and Sylvie, and he said that they called him up, and they said, "Hey,
I hope you don't ever do it again."
They said, if the Bears needed you, would you come back? And he said, in a heartbeat, I'll come and play.
I bet he would. We don't ever need him.
I ain't saying we need him, but
yeah,
I'm
I know.
saying,
I'm saying telling him to stop. Just don't even.
We ain't talk about. Hey, look, Ryan Leaf just came back to play for the Colts. Like we talk about, like, I mean, it's 2025, 48-40. Like, I think he can. I'm not saying sling it 37 times down the field, 20-25 yards at a time. But if he get out there and he let it go 2 times in the game for 40 yards, I think he still got it. That's
I ain't
what
gonna lie.
no.
It's must see TV.
No, my whole
tell
thing.
you
Remember,
that.
that's what people said about like Vic, and oh man, Vic, he went to jail and came back. He ain't got
No,
it, and
Vic
he was
was
29.
not. Vic,
No, but
yeah,
my whole thing is like,
29
and he was 20
44.
fucking 9, and people were saying that. So I don't want to hear like
But this
what.
is 44.
Okay,
A non-mobile 44. Like Philip don't move. He don't.
he just got to throw the ball. I'm just saying. You saying he can't push the ball down the field? I think if he got a decent pocket, throw it. I think he'll take that attempt, and I think he'll be all right.
I love to see it. I would love to see it. But so when you look at the Bears, Cleveland, Green Bay, San Fran, so realistically, how many y'all think we getting?
How many
One,
can we get?
2.
Like realistically,
we're
not going to be favored, and I guarantee we're not going to be after Cleveland. I think we're going to be underdogs in every single game.
I don't think we should be underdogs against Green Bay because we were right there.
I mean, we were.
If we do, we'll be like 2 points. I mean, I guess I think we should. I think
underdogs.
Yeah, if they cut it down, it's gonna be 3, 4.
It's gonna be a 3.5 point split.
They not flipping it 7 whole points. It ain't gonna happen.
I ain't saying flip it 7 whole points, but giving us a 3-point favorite, I think that's fine. That's just me.
Well, you think we'll be
They're not gonna swing. They're not even gonna swing it to us being a favorite in any
we're not
capacity because we
favorite.
lost. It's not happening at all.
Yeah.
Damn, the question is what I thought, but all right, that's fine too. I think we should be at least a 3-point favorite in that game too. San Fran, I don't think we're gonna be favored in, and I don't think we're gonna be favored in Detroit just because how the last game went. That's just my thoughts.
Yeah, I think it's a path for us to win out, but realistically, I see us being able to go 3-1. I feel like the one will either come from San Francisco or Detroit, though.
I honestly, I feel like we can beat San Fran. Oh, you said San Fran or Detroit?
Yeah. I feel like either
I ain't gonna lie, Detroit a wild card right now for me. I don't have a gauge on them.
I
think we beat San Fran.
They just lose. I think that's definitely gonna be a big factor into it because he just tore his Achilles or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
And that's a big deal for them. But
I'm with you, Bad Truth.
San Fran they've been running the ball pretty well, and we haven't been stopping the run as good on a consistent basis. And C-Mac been playing pretty good. So I don't know. I feel like
my team too.
I was gonna say I feel like it's gonna be either one of those two that I feel like we'll take a L from, but I feel like it's gonna be responsible for the run game if we do take a.
Why? Talk your shit. Why are you scared of San? I'm with True Pilgrim. I'm not scared of San Fran.
I'm not scared of no. Like I said, I feel like we could win out, but
no, I'm talking about talk your shy. I don't think we can. I'm
not scared at none of these games.
4-0. I think we can go 4-0. If I'm gonna be 100 based off what I've seen, if we gonna lose to any of these teams, it's gonna be either Green Bay or Detroit. Those are where the loss is gonna come from. I feel like San Fran is we're not gonna, but the division guys,
I say
it's gonna be the Green Bay or Detroit. Why? San Fran don't got nobody. They don't got Nick Bosa. Fred Warner. They don't got none of their big money. They don't got none of their guys.
We go in, we play, we beat the Browns. We go in, we split with Green Bay, and then we travel. And then that travel and all of that, it's just, I don't know. I don't know why. Because when I played sports and I went to another place, I felt I played better because I knew nobody knew me, so they didn't care how I looked and how I played. So whatever they said didn't matter. So I played better when I played on the road or at the opposition. Way better when I played like in front of my family and all that kind of stuff. It was a little more nerves and all this kind of stuff because I knew I had people in the crowd. So I don't personally get the whole traveling.
They only got one of those games,
right? So like you said you think it's gonna be Green Bay or Detroit. I say
because they division
too. It's San Fran, and I think Detroit because of what I did when I was looking at it, it's going to be one of those. This is all or nothing kind of game. At home too. Outside. Yeah. I don't care. I don't care about no Goofy. No Jared Goofy. He gonna be cold.
Oh, golf.
It's gonna Nobody getting a fuck about heat. Welcome to the true Midwest. We outside. So
I don't
that's
know.
what I'm saying.
I'm more afraid of Jahmyr Gibbs than I am of Christian McCaffrey. And you're
Dan
not.
Campbell, Dan, no, yeah. I feel like
Have you
Dan
seen
Campbell,
Gibbs this year?
Absolutely. I watch Gibbs. He's in a division. We watch him every fucking year.
He's
But
scary. Like he has a speed. He has a gear that no other running back in this league has right now.
I'm not saying that Gibbs isn't a problem. I'm saying that I feel like I would see Green Bay leaving. I mean, not Green Bay. I would see Detroit leaving the window for us to be able to pull that game out more than I would San Fran because of how they play the game, because of how they coach the game. They are super aggressive and they are willing to live in spots where it don't work.
San Fran.
No, Detroit.
Detroit.
Like in terms of like them going forward on fourth down and being aggressive and all of those things, they would live and die by that, whether it works or not, and say that that's just the type of brand of football that we play. So if it didn't work, the plan is to go out there and execute it next time, not to change the call. You know what I'm saying? And because of that, they leave opportunities for you. You just got to compete with them.
So let me ask you this then: what compare Detroit and San Fran? What about San Fran worries you, if anything?
I think it's the same problem for both of them. They both got they both can run. See, like we've seen C-Mac for, I don't know about y'all, but I've been watching Panther. But
Stanford.
Panther.
No, I'm saying Stanford in college.
Oh, even then. Like like he was like he's definitely made them more dynamic as a team, and like this year, like they ain't doing as good with Brock. Well, they not doing as good with Brock Purdy as I thought they was gonna do.
Not a fan of Brock Purdy.
Me neither. Don't care.
They don't like C-Mac ain't like a pushover running back. Like, you know what I'm saying? Especially when he's healthy. And he's been healthy this year. I thought the stuff that he had going on with his heels was gonna be a reason why. Like, I didn't think he was gonna be able to finish out on the season, and we here in going into week 15. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, yeah, I think that I'm more worried about that game because we haven't done well against the run across the year as a whole. But because I don't look at them to be like they'll leave the door open for us either.
So you feel San Fran's run game is better than Detroit's?
No, I'm just saying, like, if you pair that with the way that with Kyle Shanahan and how he calls the game, that they won't leave as much of a window for us. Like, he'll do a better job at keeping Caleb off the field and stuff like that to me than I feel like Detroit would. Detroit just going kind of.
I agree with that. He's better. He's
should
gonna
we
be better
have
than
some-
what Detroit have.
Should we have Tremaine Evans back by then? At least by San Francisco?
We should have him by Green Bay.
Right, 16.
That's why I said at least.
Okay. Look, I think San Fran. I think the divisional games will be the games, the tougher ones, for obvious reasons. San Fran ain't no punk.
I think they're the most important though.
Yeah,
For
because
sure.
you can't tie with it. You can't give Detroit a tiebreaker,
Right.
and you can't give Green Bay. We have to spin a block on both of those teams. We
Yes, we do. We definitely do.
But I'm right there with you, Bear Truth. I can see us blow them out too. Like I can see them just not be ready for the challenge we present. But if they lean heavy on the run game, it could be rough for us. It definitely could. So are we all saying Green Bay is a W?
Yes.
Green Bay shouldn't have been a loss.
Shouldn't have been a loss. Yeah. Okay. And in Detroit. So just zero in on Detroit for a second.
We just can't let them run the table.
Must win.
We just can't let them run the table. The way that this will play out, like there's a high chance we get to week 18 and be playing for a spot in the postseason with Detroit, depending on how they play these next few weeks. And they got Los Angeles, which will questionably, but then Pittsburgh, they can beat that team. I don't think we need to discuss what they're gonna do to Minnesota. So it's like when they get to us,
let's go 9. Fuck all that.
If they don't beat the Rams, then it's it's a little bit easier on us. But if they somehow can pull out a W against them, and they've been playing great football in LA, then this week 18 matchup is gonna matter. Absolutely, because they should definitely win week 16 and 17, at least in my opinion.
Who got the toughest schedule out of these 4 teams, do y'all think? You got Packers. We ain't talking about Green Bay much, but they got Denver, Chicago, Baltimore, Minnesota. Baltimore kind of iffy, in my opinion. Kind of like Indy is with the quarterback situation. But look at Indy still legit. They got Indy, Seattle on that schedule. Who do we got?
Yes.
We got Green Bay, San Fran, and Detroit. I mean, if you want to look at records, I believe we do got the toughest schedule based on record.
Yeah, based on record.
Tougher teams. Except the Rams. The Rams and the Broncos.
No, the 49ers do.
The Rams and the Broncos are the hardest teams on this list to play in football right now. Matt Stafford is having easily.
No, we don't.
Rams, Broncos. Huh?
Yeah, we don't play either one of those.
I'm saying in general, those are the 2 toughest teams out of all of these teams that these teams have to play. But a team individually, I don't think anybody has a heavier gauntlet than we do.
What?
So I mean, you basically because you're gonna take Cleveland out. So basically, look at Green Bay, San Fran, and Detroit versus.
I'm not taking
LA,
Cleveland out because Cleveland
Minnesota.
got one of the best defenses in the league. If not, like
right, but like some people will because that's the worst record on this list out of everybody. I mean, Tennessee, you got Tennessee up there, but I don't think anybody thinks Tennessee has the easiest. I mean, the toughest schedule, right?
I'm just saying Tennessee
Indy just lost their quarterback. So I think
Tennessee a better
49ers are out.
team than
the
Cleveland
Lions
for
and the
sure.
Packers both play Minnesota again.
Okay.
So hold on. So can we take the 49ers out? Because right,
so
they got
looking at the division.
I'm just saying Tennessee is Tennessee, and then Indy just lost their quarterback. So like they're out. Talking about toughest schedules, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so now we're looking at Bears, Packers, Lions, right? Or Wes, what you thinking? Are you taking?
All right, cool. Bears, Packers, Lions. All right, so we got Cleveland. They got Minnesota twice.
Who got Minnesota?
The Lions and the Packers. They both got Minnesota,
Both got
right?
Minnesota.
All right, so that's I'm calling those the easiest 3 games or the 3 divisional opponents that's left, right? Then we got to play both of them. They got to play us. So I'm gonna call that a wash because I'm not even gonna argue the fact that I think we still can beat the Packers and the Lions. So our last ones left is we got San Fran. They got Baltimore, and then they got Denver over there with the Packers. And then they have Pittsburgh and Los Angeles. So to me, the Packers and the Lions have a tougher stretch than we do. That's why I don't think ours is tougher. Because I think we can beat Green Bay. We almost just did. San Fran is like, all right, cool.
You're looking at Denver, Baltimore, and then you're looking at Los Angeles, Pittsburgh. And then you're looking at, for us, you're looking at San Fran. Basically.
San Fran. Because I think our divisional is you see what I'm saying? I think our divisional matchup is it's a divisional rivalry. And then on top of that, we play both of them at home.
I see what you did, but like what you're doing you're putting a lot of weight on the Chicago. Like you saying the Chicago is tough. Like you get and rightfully so. I'm just saying that's what you did.
I'm just saying, like, all right, cool. Let's say, because if we're gonna say that Minnesota is just all right, wash Minnesota done surprise people plenty of fucking times. And it's a divisional game for them, and they might just want to win just to knock another division opponent out of the playoff race because they know they're not gonna get that.
I doubt.
You know what I
doubt
mean?
McCarthy does anything.
I'm not saying that it is. I'm just saying the motivation in that game. Like we say, any given Sunday, like I said, I'm keeping a straight line. On Minnesota could just be in here, like, all right, cool. Let's just beat the Lions, and then they scared they can look. So let's just beat the Lions and Packers, just so it's less of our division in. Because I did a scenario where the Packers. It's a scenario where the Packers, the Bears, and the Lions make the playoffs.
Yeah, but that would mean the 49ers just does shit against this team.
Do y'all agree with this statement that the Bears, the Lions, and the Packers, all three of these teams, based on what we're looking at right now, there's a path for each one of them to go 4-0?
No, because we played both of them twice.
You're not listening to what I'm saying. The Lions, they like when you look at the Bears schedule, y'all just said the Bears can run the table on the rest of the schedule.
We play each other, so we all can't go 4-0.
That's not what I'm saying. We can't all go at 4-0 at the same time. I'm saying
you're saying
individual one.
A path for each one of us.
Yeah.
To go 4-0 in our own given seasons.
Yeah.
No.
You don't think?
Yeah.
No.
How do you? What do you say no? What are you saying no to? Who doesn't have a path to go 4-0 in this situation?
I mean, it's a possibility, yeah, but do I see it in my personal opinion? No, because I think the Rams is going to beat the Lions and the Packers can be different after this week. Then yeah, I could see them winning out after this week. The Lions.
So let me look at this real quick because right now I'm gonna just say this. I believe Denver is. Oh no, wait, my phone's about to die. I believe Denver is underdogs in that game. I guess it just died. That's crazy.
Yeah,
I don't know if y'all pull up the odds, Vegas odds or whatever, but I believe they opened up as 2.5 point underdogs. Denver did against the Packers. I don't know where the line moved now. That is Wednesday, but look, I mean, do I think the Packers are better than Denver? No, Denver ain't lost since week 2.
So that's what I'm saying. Like, so that's why I'm.
Do I think the Lions can? Do I think there's a? I ain't gonna lie. The toughest game up here, I think, is the Lions against Los Angeles. I think that's like the Packers have a better chance of beating Denver than the Lions have of beating Los Angeles. That's the way I look at it. Bo Nix is not Matthew Stafford. That Los Angeles team is just humming, and they're really good. But is there a world the Lions? I think it would be tougher for the Lions to go 4-0. Yeah, for sure.
That was my whole point. It's like, and both of those is at that both of those teams is going on the road. They're finna go to LA. They're finna go into the Mile High. And remember, we just had the Packers sucking wind in their own stadium. They finna go where you can't even breathe to play against Bo Nix now.
I'm glad you mentioned that.
I just don't get how y'all see teams that's playing Minnesota in their last 4 and saying we have an easier path to 4-0. I don't get that. Because Minnesota can't produce a fucking egg. Like,
so when you talk about Minnesota and who has the easiest, I don't think the Bears have the easiest. I ain't gonna say that. I'm not saying that. But when you look at it, the Lions and the Packers are on the road for 3 of their 4 last games. Both teams are on the road. They got 1 home game left. We got 3. I don't know if home field advantage matters to people anymore, but clearly it does to Vegas because the home team gonna get 3 points.
And then we got San Francisco, like, who has been questionable to say the least. But they got the Rams with Sean McVay at home. And the Lions ain't been the Lions we've seen the last 3 years. The Packers got Denver in Denver at the Mile High, and they are on a run with Sean Payton. So that there is that's those away games is tougher than going to San Francisco.
This is how I would rank them. 49ers easiest. I would go 49ers. I would go Lions, Packers, Bears. That's how I would do it. I do think the Bears got the hardest out of all four. I do. But we're at home for 3 of the 4. I think that does matter, and that's why Bears fans coming in here in the chat, where the fuck the chat that said we could go 4-0. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like that matters. But if you like this, yeah, we got the look at the records. Just look at the team records that we play compared to the team records that everybody else plays. I mean, you could that's the simple way of putting it. You know what I mean? But
Minnesota record ain't as worse as Cleveland's. On any scale of any of those 3.
Cleveland is a ton fucking better than Minnesota.
The record don't show it.
It don't matter what
defensively.
They
no,
okay.
Who was the quarterback when they played?
I don't want to argue with you about it because I feel like we're on the same page about it. But Denver, I mean, the Packers got held to 10. The fucking Packers all year have been talked about as being Super Bowl contenders, and they got held to 10 by the Browns. So I'm not going to just overlook one of the best defensive pass rush units in the league.
No, you can't overlook and that's what I'm saying earlier. The Bears better not go in there overlooking that team.
That's gonna be.
The Browns.
That's a setup for a trap game if you do.
Yeah, and that was one of my questions. But the Browns did have Joe Flacco.
Yes,
not a rookie quarterback. They did have Joe Flacco.
Yeah, Joe
and
Flacco.
They only put up 13 or 10. Or
right.
Whatever, so
and then they went on to St. Gabriel, and now they with Smooth Sanders. You know what I mean? It was like,
so how would
I'm
y'all
looking
rank
at.
I ain't been able to see him because he out of market for me. So I can't really rank them.
Rank who?
These teams, I'm saying.
Oh, I thought you said Shador.
No, the easiest time because I went 49ers to be the easiest. I'm going easiest to toughest. I would go 49ers.
49ers.
I would go Lions, Packers, and then Bears. That's how I would put it. Bears with the toughest, and Packers being the second toughest. So I would go Bears, Packers, Lions, 49ers from toughest to hardest. I mean, toughest to easiest. How would y'all rank these 4 teams?
The Bears got the toughest. The Packers got the second. The Lions, then the 49ers.
Okay.
So the Rams is like, we can talk about the Rams and stuff, and I get what y'all saying with that, but that's one of their 4 games.
Once you get past the Rams, it's not that tough for them. I mean, depending on what we think about Chicago. Basically. But so you basically you not basically you did. It was the same we had the same ranking. Wes, where are you going with your ranking?
I'm gonna have to go. The toughest is the Packers. Second toughest is the Lions. I'll get the Bears the third toughest, and the 49ers the easiest.
The easiest.
I mean, I know the Packers got Baltimore at home, but you got Denver, you got Chicago on the rampage that it should be. And this is not me being a Chicago fan. I'm just looking at it like what happened during the season. You got Denver, Sean Payton at their house. You got the Chicago Bears at their house who want to get their revenge back on you. You got Baltimore who wants to still be considered a good team in the NFL. And then you get a easy way, depending on how they play or how it plans out. Then you get a basically a bye week against Minnesota. But the first 3, I feel like, just as somebody just looking at football, those got to be considered tough for you if you own their staff. The Lions, you got the Rams with Sean McVay. You got Pittsburgh, who Mike Tomlin and Aaron Rodgers, they want to be safe. Then you get an off kind of, all right, cool, you might get over. And then you might get a Chicago team who's looking like, damn, we need this win to possibly make the playoffs and or eliminate y'all from the playoffs. And with us, like I'm looking at like that Cleveland is like a comeback game, a Green Bay game, like you got to do your fucking shit. An away game with San Fran that's like 50. I mean, this might be the game that puts you in the playoffs. Okay. And with the 90, who might have an issue. Chicago, okay, maybe they come in and they're like, hey, we probably need this because we don't want to be in the a playoff or in an out game against Detroit next week. But then even if you do succumb to them and they bloodlust kind of thing to try to get past you, now you got Seattle, who has been awesome basically all season. So, like I said, they
Their
got two
stuff
good
is
easy.
LA.
What happened?
Seattle's as tough as LA.
Yeah, Seattle, because Seattle is, they've been playing good. They've been playing real well, and they want to make their name known. They've been out there, and they got a really, really good defense. You want to talk about Cleveland fucking defense? Like Seattle defense ain't been amazing this season. Outside of Myles Garrett, Seattle defense make Cleveland defense look like kindergartners, dude.
Just Myles Garrett got Cleveland where they ranked.
As he does. I mean, sacked Justin Fields 47 times in one game. I get it. It's Myles fucking Garrett. So, but I'm just talking about these teams and what they're doing.
Okay, look, it's a lot. That's why this graphic is fun to look at, and a lot of different scenarios that could go down and happen with the Chicago Bears path to the playoffs. I told y'all, I kept telling y'all, I keep telling y'all, I'm not satisfied. The stress won't go away until I see we clinched a playoff berth. Otherwise, I ain't like I'm not gonna say it don't matter, but this season was for naught, in my opinion. Like, we need to go to the playoffs. Ain't no wow. Like, we could talk about development, Caleb and other team, and they getting in the scheme, but don't do this. Don't go not just blame out and not make the playoffs. That's insane. That is insane. So I'm looking at it as the fan perspective. But okay, so let's do this. Game predictions. Give me y'all predictions for the game. Cleveland versus Bears at home in negative fucking whatever the fuck is gonna be 10 degree weather or whatever the fuck is gonna be. Look, I'll go first. I'm not, it's not gonna be high scoring to me. Give me a 21. Give me a 21 Bears and a 14 Browns. If I'm telling you, hold on. If Shador come out here and put up 20 plus points on us, it's gonna prove two things to me. The Bears, one, the defense is shitty. Is as shitty as I thought. And two, we're gonna have to score 30 points every game in the playoffs if we make the playoffs. So that's 21-14. If we can't hold him to 2 touchdowns or under 14 points, then we got to score 30. If we do make the big dance, the tournament, fellas, the offense better put up 30 points a game, because once you go against them teams, those guys that we were just talking about, I ain't gonna put the list back up, but you're going against them dudes. Oh, hell yeah, you're gonna have to score 30 points with this defense. So 21-14. What y'all got?
20-13.
Okay, so right there. Okay. Reasoning.
I feel like the offense for the Browns, they don't really present to me as an offense that's going to be high scoring in this game, specifically because of the way that we've been seeing Dennis Allen line up the defense and stuff like that. Like, I think that stuff is going to prove to be kind of challenging for Shador to decipher what to do.
He's not a Jordan Love.
Yeah, like he's not. I don't think he's gonna have one of those type of games. But I think on the flip side, offensively, I feel like it's gonna be a lower scoring game for us, because we've seen even in cold weather that Ben Johnson will not hesitate to have Caleb throw 30 plus times a game, and I think that that's gonna play into what this pass rush won't. So I don't.
Damn, my phone is dead.
I think we'll be up
in Philly.
30.
Whatever.
It was high 30s, almost 38 or something like that.
Yeah, but just to your point, that like Ben Johnson's, that's what he is. That's what he.
I don't think it's coming sub. If it comes sub 30, I feel like we'll score more points. But if it's above 30, I feel like we only gonna score like 20. We're gonna have some field goals come out there and kind of just put us over the top. But I don't feel like we facing the offense on the other side that's going to have a good time trying to score against us. So.
36. That's how many times. That's how many times. 36.
The fucking win was insane. So you go from win insane to cold insane in Green Bay, and you still just throwing the ball. So, like, good point. That's a good point to make. Wes, what you got? So we got 21-14. We got 20-13. What you got, Wes?
24-14.
24-14.
Bears win 24-14.
Mm-hmm. Reasoning?
We need it. We need this game. Don't throw 30 passes for sure. I just hope we match it with 30 runs. I'm counting 2 touchdowns from Caleb passing at some point in time, and I feel 2 rushing. I want to say 2 rushing. Kind of pulling back because I said 24. I should have said 28.
I mean, the way Pollard ran on him, we should be able to do the fucking same.
So I'm gonna change it. I'm gonna go 28-14. Fuck it.
28-14.
I'm going 28-14. It's gonna be cold. I don't want little burrito out there kicking when it's fucking negative degrees. He's from south of the equator or something. I don't know. So,
I will say, I think your score has a better chance of hitting.
I think this is gonna happen. I think we gotta run the ball well. I think we gotta, if anything, these next 4 games have to be at least preparation for the thought process of going into a wild card game and being ready to win it and planning and kind of getting through it with these teams that we're going up against. Like I said, I think we need to put up 28. We averaged 25, 26. I mean, our opponents average 25, 26, but like I said, we should definitely be able to try our best to rattle Shador. It's cold as fuck. I know he played in Colorado, but I think Colorado and Chicago. He ain't got the crowd. He ain't got the noise. He ain't got the city. He ain't got the. I think it's going to be something that's going to kind of shake him a little bit because on top of that, he knows he just started for the rest of the season too. So he got that kind of pride of I can drop one and get back up and go again kind of mindset too. So, like I said, 28-14.
There you have it. The Bears cannot lose this game. They can't lose this game. You need to win this game. Don't think about Green Bay and what happened last week. Win this game, and you get the beat on them the following week. Okay, that's all I got, fellas. Any last words, and we can wrap this up and get up out of here.
No,
yeah, Chrismatic, they cannot.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, yeah, the reason why I kind of went to like fail to 20 is because I feel like this game is just going, like, the way I feel like it going in my head is like Ben Johnson is gonna come out still trigger happy and stuff like that. Like, I feel like in the beginning, I feel like he's gonna have some type of balance to the run and pass, but wanting to pass doesn't escape him. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like he's going to kind of try to test this pass rush. And if they start to cause us issues, like, I'm saying this from the context of thinking that we'll be up and score. You know what I'm saying? Like, we'll score first and we're going to kind of maintain that. But I think that's what I'm saying. Like, he going to kind of start trying to challenge this pass defense and stuff like that. And if they prove to be formidable, I feel like he's going to just fall back on the run and do what we kind of didn't do last week, which is stay on it. You know what I'm saying? And just walk out with the W. So I think that's where it's going to go with it in terms of, like, getting to that score.
I stick with my 21. Like I said, I do think, I do think West 28-14 may. I feel like if there was percentages on it, that might have the highest percentage. It's hard for me to see the Bears score 21 or 20, but I just it's cold. I just feel like that defense is good. They're simple, but they know what the fuck they doing. They know what they doing on that. Talk Your Shot said that gonna be so cold. I sold my tickets. A lot of Bears fans did.
I wish I was at home. I would have bought them motherfuckers. And I hate being cold, but at this point in the season, I ain't gonna go. Let me take that back. My bad, Mark Rob. I said I wasn't going to. Remember, I said in the last season I ain't going to no more games because I went to too many last year that didn't turn out too well. But no, I think my whole point is saying like we gotta put up put up a good balance of like that's why I said 2 passing, 2 rushing. In the sense of we gotta get Green Bay a lot of information, a lot of fucking shit to look at.
If we go in there and get 2-2, I'll leave that game feeling like we did whatever the hell we wanted to do on offense.
Mm-hmm.
If we go in there and put up,
but we gotta lead them with this mindset that we can do what we want to. We already took the person that you spent a fucking ton of money on, and was supposed to get y'all over to that Super Bowl contention that everybody the talking head said y'all is. And y'all told me because I thought he had a sack, and I didn't look, and I looked at his stat line last game. I'm like, they kind of Parsons was. I mean, he still was effective.
If you take the next gen shit out of it, he really didn't do anything.
Yes. If you just backyard that shit, Marcus Parsons, what? You know what I mean? And if we do this, Garrett, you know what I mean? Like, or similar, half a sack, maybe even 1 sack, and then keep him out of it, and then do this and do that. We're gonna make the Packers look at us like, oh, okay, all right. Well, what they're gonna do, and that's when what we said over the last month, like make stuff that look the same, be different, make stuff that's different, look the same kind of shit, and just you know what I mean? And that's how you go on that run. And that's why I'm like, I see what this team can do, and I see the bright spots in it, and I see what everybody else sees, like, oh, well, we can do better than that. But I'm seeing it like, all right, cool. I'm not going to give y'all my tails and ticks and this and that there, especially where we at now. Because most people, Mark Rob, before we hit week 1, 90% of people will hit that 8.5, and Vegas say, oh, the Bears going to win 8.5. Most people went under on 8.5 because we only won 5 games. You mean we're going to win 3.5 more games just because Ben Johnson here? It's going to take forever and this and that. And then we hit that shit so early on. And a lot of people said, oh, well, the defense and this good secondary and all that kind of stuff. And that's been non-fucking existent. That secondary we talked about, my Rob, in the offseason ain't been here at all. Barely none of them.
Last game. For sure.
No, for sure. You know what I'm saying? Like Bayard was literally it from the offseason that I can recall from what I said and what I was talking about. The rest of them was under par, subpar, not even, you know what I mean? The linebackers, all of them, even Sweat doing what Sweat did was still under fucking whelming. And this offense had carried this defense when it was supposed to have been the opposite. So for me, it's like, look, same old Bears. I don't know what Bears you're talking about. You talking about the Bernstein Bears? Well, we're the Berenstein Bears, which is a Mandela effect.
Winarski? It's a crazy last name.
Ron Winarski.
That's low key kind of slick.
But that's like my whole thing. It's like this. It's like this is where you start doing the most damage for your next opponent too. Like now we're gonna do this, so you have to worry about this person and that person and this thing and that scheme because it's getting down and everybody getting kind of jittery. Like, okay, if we lose this week, none of the other games matter because we're gonna not get the playoffs. Even if we win all of them, we can knock somebody out, but we're not gonna win. Remember, we've been in this position a bunch of times. Well, if the Bears win, they knock the Rams out, or they do this, or they do that,
We'll need somebody to lose to get us there.
Yeah. No, we don't. If we win out, we win.
If you're saying like if we lose this next game against the Browns, we'll need somebody to lose for us to get in.
No, actually, if we lose Green Bay, we'll need somebody else to lose.
Oh, you saying the Green Bay game? I thought you were talking about Cleveland.
No, I'm just talking about period.
You lose any one game, you're gonna need somebody else to lose.
No, if we beat Green Bay and the Lions,
I'm just saying any one game, like you could beat
any one of those.
Because
any one of those games could get you in that situation. You're right, Mark.
You lose the Cleveland.
So my whole point is this is where you got 4 games to start putting on the show. Just like we did in November, and we just ran the whole Thanksgiving. We took turkey, basted it, put it in the oven, took it back out after we ate all that fucking candy from Halloween. Because that's when it started. That's what you need to kind of do for December. This is when you shake it up. You make these other teams worry. You make these other teams go look at what we were just looking at. Like, damn, we got to win against this team. We got to beat this team. And then, oh man, if we don't beat Minnesota, if they just do something crazy and Judge McCarthy have an actual good game and actually win by 3, whatever it is, I don't fucking care what he wins, but I don't care what game he has. But if Minnesota beat one of our other divisions, the Packers or the Lions, it's like, oh shit, now we could, you know what I mean? Or if they lose, it's like, damn, now we're back behind Chicago because we're just that close. That's why I put those 2 Lions and Packers in front of us, because for me, it's all right. We feel the same way too as them. And until we lose to them, yeah, they have a better one because they have better teams on their schedule that are not them, that are not Lions and Packers. And on our schedule, we have Lions and Packers and Niners. They got Rams and Steelers and Ravens and who else is on there? Got the other one. Rams, Steelers, Ravens, and Broncos. We already did our Ravens shit. We already did our Steelers shit. We got 49ers, Browns, and then them. They got us, them, and then 2 top, especially top, the Rams for the Lions, the top NFC team for most of the seasons. One of the tops AFC teams, 1 or 2 teams on their schedule. We don't got a 1 or 2 top team on our schedule.
The hardest schedules that ESPN released was ours in the Packers. That's all I'm gonna say. They're tough. They're tough. Not only is they tough, we gotta play each other. We gotta beat up on each other.
Right.
They did this on purpose for the black and blue division. So we're gonna see how it play out.
And that's why the reason they put it on there, because we gotta play each other. That's why I said I'm gonna take each other out and just see who we have left other than each other. And I put in Minnesota other than us. I took Minnesota out of the NFC North. I'm like, all right, I'll give y'all that. But y'all got Ravens, Steelers, Broncos, Rams. Like, that's who y'all got. We got Browns, 49ers.
It's gonna all play out. So that's what I love about it, because it's gonna all play out. Just like everybody kept saying, y'all gotta play teams over 500. We gonna get a chance to do it, so let us see. So we gonna let this all play out. It's gonna play out. We're gonna be here this Sunday to see what, win, lose, or draw. We're gonna be here to talk about it, discuss it. Look, appreciate everybody who stuck with us and tuned in to the Black Bear Podcast tonight. I'm your host, Mark Rod, with my co-hosts in the building. Chef West to the right of me.
Salute.
Marcus Mixed It at the bottom of your screen. Hit the like button. Subscribe to the channel. We go live twice a week, Wednesday nights like tonight. Post-game shows like this Sunday. We'll be here. What's that game? Is that a noon game? It got to be a noon game.
I think, it's a noon game.
It's a noon game. I believe I got to watch the shit on fucking Mixed It. You going to get it on cable. I think I got to watch it on YouTube TV.
Well, I'm going.
You're going to be at the spot, of course.
Of course.
We gonna see y'all Sunday. Y'all get some sleep. Have a good rest of y'all night. Whatever y'all got going on. We out of here. See y'all Sunday. Peace.
Peace.
Take these.